Then we're going to go over to here. We'll do the little post. We'll like it because I do like myself. And then let's have a look at my game capture. You capturing? You doing a good capture? No, you're not capturing. You're captured. Nice. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. I started just on time this time around, which is kind of cool. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for some more Rogue Trader. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing where we go next. Oh, we're in football. Oh, we're doing the stealth section. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Okay, there might be a lot of quick saves here. This is going to be interesting. And by interesting, I mean I could fail many, 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 many times. And I mean many, 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 many times. I am sorry for what's about to happen. Because not only did they tell me the instructions last week, I think it's less than last week. It might have been on like Sunday or something. But they told me the instructions not today. But also, I gotta figure out how this works.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, so if I fail almost immediately, that's not on me. Right?
Is there money to be made?
Right. Right. How do I get through that? Can I get through that? No, I can't. Oh god, they do move. Oh, they do actually move. I thought there was a chance they didn't move. Okay, okay,
I always
okay.
have a backup plan.
Someone's in trouble.
Nope. Okay, that was the first fail. That was the first fail. I need to realize that sight isn't a thing. It's instead distance, right? I think that's how it works. Okay, okay.
Keep your wits about you.
I think I'm just fine doing this. I think. Do you reckon it would have been better doing this with one person? I'm too scared to go over there before I see him walking across. So he's walking across. He's walking across. Okay. Okay. Then he turns back. Turn back.
I always keep my options open. Challenges make the spoils that much sweeter.
I did the exact same thing again. I did the exact same thing. I did the exact same thing. I need to stop. I get jumpy because I've been standing still for too long, and I think, oh, I've got to go now, when I shouldn't go. I should wait. You know? Right. Okay. We're doing this again. We're doing this again. Quick one over to here. You know what? We're gonna try something new. Just a quick one.
Never doubt me.
Why did I do that jump? I'm not 100% sure, but I kind of felt like it was there. Maybe because if you don't do that jump, you have a problem. Activate gas cylinder. Oh, is this the area I'm supposed to go? There will be a lot of guessing, by the way.
And done.
Okay, open the valve. You guys remember where it said the valve was? There, that's the valve. I did. But how do we know that I've gotten the right person? What's this? What is with this? I need to open valve OD2, PO3, ZT4, and UD5. I'm gonna guess that they're not easy to find.
Duty prevails.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Maybe I should be regularly quick saving.
Watch your steps.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. What is a big deal is enemies.
Keep your wits about you. This could be an opportunity.
I am
Look no further.
I am so scared at the moment.
They fear to look at me because of my appearance. I fear to
This is intriguing.
A job for me.
I'm so scared at the moment. There's a single fuck up and I'm
My
back to the
pleasure.
beginning.
I always keep
And I'm
my
too
options open.
It's weird. I'm doing this thing where I'm too scared to actually. Oh, that means I've missed one, right? If I've done
Is there
one and I've
money to
done
be
two
made?
and I've done three, that means I've missed two.
The Emperor favors me today.
Maybe I'm overthinking it. Or maybe it's this one. That's two. That's two. Okay. Two more to go. I can hear footsteps. Where are those footsteps? You know what? We're doing a save. We're doing a save here. We're overriding this save. 3 valves? Is that how you spell it? Valves? Valves. There. 3 valves down. I'm scared. Yeah, cool. I'll remember that. If I put the emotion there as well. I mean, there is a chance that I've just saved in an area in which we're immediately going to get seen. And it'll be like I'm stuck. I don't see anything, though. Oh, fuck! What?
Cast
I
your eye
always
there.
have a backup plan.
Is he moving this direction? There's no way. No way he saw me. I'd be insane. Okay, right. So there's one more here.
Rise
This
to
valve.
the top or get left in the dust.
That's 4. Okay. Is this 5?
And done.
No. But then, what was the point in this? There he is. There he is. Okay. I like your cape. I like your cape. Stop looking this direction. Thank you.
Keep your wits about you. What do we have here?
Okay, okay. We're going to move to here. We're moving to here. How the hell do we get past that? How the heck do we get past that? There's no way to get past that, is there? Unless I'm missing a valve that I'm supposed to valve up. There was 2 enemies there. Okay, we're getting another save here. Let's override this save with... Let's call it like, how the hell do I get to valve 4, 5? Yeah. Okay.
Let us not dawdle.
First thing we gotta do is we've gotta wait for this one to no longer be here. Oh, I'm assuming I can see them from here, but they can't see me. In which case, they come over here, they patrol, they disappear. I immediately run this way. Have to dodge an explosion somehow. There you are.
I
Nothing there,
always
mate.
keep my options open.
Move to here. How do we not get seen here? By just standing still.
The Emperor sets
Okay,
my
Argenta.
path.
I'm not 100%.
Nothing escapes my sight.
Okay, you're gonna move this way.
I better myself through my service.
Okay. For some reason, we're gonna make sure by going round again. So they're gonna do the circuit again. Once more. And once they've done that circuit and they're behind, we'll wait until they get to about here. And then we'll... Oh, they double back. Wait, they're not gonna come here, are they? Okay, okay.
What deeds await us? Never doubt me.
Okay. Move back.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay. We're gonna check one more time. I'm slightly worried, ever so slightly
Rise
worried
to the
that
top, or get
I'm gonna
left
get
in the
done in
dust.
here. Can't see me. He can't see me.
Is there money to be made?
Keep this moving. Where's the valve? Where's the final valve? It's right there. That's the final valve.
Let us not dawdle.
What's the next part of this? What's the next part of this? Go down into the... Pump the gas into the vents. It's time to proceed with the final stage of the van, pumping it through the vents using one of the abandoned cogitators. So we've got to find an abandoned cogitator. Alright. I'm going to guess that's the other way. I'm going to have to double back on myself. But I have no idea how you do that. Because I've got to find a situation where I can see that they've made the way here, and then I've got to wait until they've moved up like this. Yes. Okay. Now I think the way it works is he effectively can see me for as long as he's in this section. At least that's what it feels like. So we're going to keep him at our absolute edge of our vision. And I hope to God he doesn't double back.
Keep your wits about you.
Why was that cutscened? Why was that cutscened? What? What? Why did that... What was the problem there? Was that a scripted thing? I thought it was perfect there. Damn, that's annoying. You know what I'm going to try this time around? Argenta.
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows.
You're just going to do this all on your own. We're just going to do it as a one-man group. I think that reduces the likelihood we get seen by a decent amount. And there's a chance that I can just dodge the traps. Although there is a chance that I don't see it when it's just... You know what? That's a good shout.
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes.
We're bringing the guy with the highest awareness in case, you know, for trap detection.
I always keep my options open.
For better or for worse, I think this is the group. This is so freaking annoying. Okay. Okay, you're gonna double back. Give you like 3 seconds. Oh, you're gone.
I always have a backup plan.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Okay. I'm not making my way all the way here and doing all of this work and then it not working. Unless it's scripted, and then, you know what, I can't do anything about that, right? If it's scripted, it's scripted. What can you do? Right, we're going with the original plan again.
Left in the dust.
That plan was bad because it was literally me that was the reason why we got screwed there. Bringing 2 people is just effectively like bringing 6. It doesn't actually change the overall problem. Come on, speed up. Speed up, come on. Okay. I have a new backup plan.
Is there money to be made?
We move to here. Argenta.
Join me in prayer.
Gonna move up. Up. Yeah, cool. There was a chance that they were just gonna go, actually, that was fine. You know, I had to... Fuck. Oh, gosh. This is gonna be... I just know it. This is gonna be like an hour. This is just gonna be me failing at this. That first one went so well, and now that it's not gonna go well at all. I just know it. I just know that that's what it's gonna be. That's my luck. I wish this was timed better so that the person would appear. Sorry, not the game. So if that sounded like I wanted the game to time it better, that's not what I mean. I wish I had timed it in a way that this guy was just appearing here as soon as I...
Let us not dawdle.
Okay, we're going to move to about here. I think we're fine like this. I think we're fine. Do you see me? No, you don't.
Sins
Okay.
hidden in the heart turn all to decay.
Decay? Oh, you blimmin' kidding me? Oh, you blimmin' kidding me? I've messed something up. I've lost my groove. I'm no longer the Emperor. I've lost my groove. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I can't have this because I know the more frustrated I get, the more I'm gonna get. The worse I'm gonna get. I know it. Fuck it. Okay, I can immediately do that. I don't need to wait. Good to know. Real good to know. If we're about here, I think we're fine. I'm not 100% sure we're fine, but if we're not fine, then there's nothing I can do.
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows.
Argenta, I love you, but I really need you to make your way past this stuff without making a mistake. If you make a mistake, I'm screwed.
Let's proceed. The Emperor favors me today.
Am I safe here? If I hide in this corner? Come on. You can't see me, right? I need... Oh, fuck. I need to... For Argento, I actually need to wait for him to come this way, then go up, then come down again. Because if I don't, it'll be too quick. It'll be too quick. I've got to wait the whole rotation. And then I've got to hope that her awareness can see the trap. Because I'm going to risk it. And if her awareness can't see the trap, then I'll activate the trap and I'll have to do this whole thing again. This isn't a cogitator, right? No. No. It's like a computer. It's effectively a computer.
Pay attention.
Yeah, you saw it. Thank God.
Onward.
So happy you saw it. I really am. Take the loot. Okay, Argenta. This is the best thing I should have done this at the start. She's gonna walk up. To walk up. This somehow has not triggered her.
Blessed be the road that we take.
Yep. We have to take everyone on this next mission. So that wasn't a cutscene. That wasn't an actual. You will automatically fail there, which is huge. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. When do you reckon I can go? I reckon once he's gone past that trap. Yeah.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay.
A job for me.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, I've awakened the cogitator screen. Why is it not worked? What am I missing? What am I missing? That's the abandoned cogitator. I'm saving here. No, I hit load. Oh, no, I hit load. We're saving here. Help. That's how I feel at the moment. Did I fail the roll? Surely it can't all fail just because you fail one roll, right?
I always keep my options open.
Oh, okay. Set up. There it is. Okay, thank God. Nice. Nice. Nice, 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 nice.
Is there money to be made?
Okay, and then we just come in here. Nice. This is when we find out her people have betrayed her. Because she's gotten too big for her boots. And that's why... Wake up, Tora! Come on, you bloody... Kashar! Wake up! Jay shakes the surviving twin by the shoulders. Surviving twin? Oh no. Yeah? Yeah? Get Alba here. Ibs a trap. He will web you go. The bruised and bloodied face with swollen eyes. It's hard to recognize as the once radiant visage of Tora the twin. By the exalted one. What's that ashmag done to your poor face, light of my soul? Jay gently strokes the girl's swollen cheek and then turns to you. He will die here. Like the scum that he is, Shireen. It's what he deserves. He does not seem to be asking you a question. I mean, Corridor doesn't care about this, right? She doesn't need to know. Do it. She doesn't need to know. Wait, is that person awake? Should I be worried? It shot directly down there. Did you notice that? With another word, the cold trader draws her weapon and carries out your sentence. That's for my brother, you piece of shit. A few scant tears trickle from Tora's watery eyes. The rest of the gang are huddled together. Despite their pitiful physical condition, they greet you with satisfied smirks and they continuously shoot delighted glances at you and Jay. Well, Shireen, from now on, Footfall can sleep soundly. The foulest wart on its rusted body has finally been burnt off by none other than Jay Hadara, and her wonderful patron, of course. I'll admit I'm still struggling to wrap my head around what's happened. I need to go over things with my guys, and I'm sure I'll have advice and instruction to hand out. As for our little adventure, let's talk about it back on the ship, in a more private setting. But what about that guy?
Let us not dawdle.
That guy okay? He's one of us? Elite blast pistol. Scorpion sting. Reinforced. Why does he have witch armor? I mean, it gives plus 50 dodge, but no, it gives plus 15 dodge, but this gives me plus a load more armor. I think that's better. There's nothing else in here.
A peculiar thing.
I would have gotten more loot if your guys had died, but I am glad they didn't die. I had to preface it with that because I didn't want people to think that I was horrendously...
Keep your wits about you.
Horrendously mean? Where does this take me? Oh, it takes me back to the Martyr's Endurance. Wait, there was an exit right here. That means there was an entrance right here. Oh, I guess I wouldn't be able to pour all the gas in if I had taken this exit. But I could have gotten the jump on them, right? If you give me a turn to ambush, I reckon I could kill most of them. Right, now it's Vladimir, right? We need to deal with Vladimir. I'm doing another save. I know, I'm saving too much. But I really don't want to do that ever again. And I want, on the off chance that randomly a save doesn't work, because that's happened before.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Hello, good sirs. How is everybody? How is everybody? Oh, there's a war table as well. Vladimir Tokara, the liege. You have no other option, Rizza. If you abandon Footfall to Corridor and flee, Where are you going to sell your goods or restock your supplies? It will just be a slow death for all of you. No missiles, no water, no air. So quit bargaining with the inevitable and follow the plan. Your plan is a suicide pact. You have no allies, no weapons, no nothing. Vladimir and Riza notice you, and the old pirate grins sarcastically. You're trying to play above your league, Vakamo. You've taken on a rogue trader dynasty with only a handful of cutthroats and a couple of guns to your name. I see your march to the gallows is more of a gallop. Turning away from Riza, Vladimir's expression does not change, but an indistinct curse falls from his lips. Liege Turka, my greetings. Vladimir replies in a ceremonious voice. My apologies for being unable to receive your lordship in my office. My present status imposes certain limitations on me. Greetings, your lordship, and as for you, Vakamor, I've got nothing to add. Your plans are to crap and the kind of gamble I don't take. I'll leave you to think about your prospects and maybe realize that using my shuttle would be a better idea, where the shuttle and I are still here. How's the station faring? It turned into a kingdom of death. Executing protesters, cracking down on corrupt traders, and suppressing dissidents are all good, useful policies within reasonable limits. I've used them myself, in fact. However, with Lady Corridor, reasonable limits are a distant memory at this point. Welcome to Warhammer 40k. Fortunately, I've been preparing for that turn of events ever since the first time that hag tried to take Footfall. You helped us then, giving me time to organise. I set up weapon caches, enlisted more fighters, and deleted my agent's data from the Cogitator network. When Corridor took power, she thought she'd won, but the station was still mine to an extent. My little army is waging wars on the Enforcers. We slaughter patrols, wrestle back detainees, and punish those who collaborate with the enemy, or are close to someone who does. Vladimir's ruthless smile is like a jagged steel trap. Incendiary has her reprisals, and I have mine. Everyone must remember that there are consequences for collaborating with the occupation force. I see. Old habits never go away. I'll admit, I didn't exactly miss the days of my youth, but to find myself in the line of fire again is invigorating. Your lordship, perhaps you have little love to spare for me, nor have you built a strong alliance with the organization I'm a member of. But if you're looking at the new order of things on Footfall, gives you even a tiny suspicion that it's a damned madness, step in and help me stop it. What kind of a help do you expect from me? A general uprising will be doomed. The Enforcers have isolated the asteroids. We can't strike out against the Incendiary. She has a greater numbers, and her throne's refractor field will protect her from any attack. An insidious smile appears on the Liege's lips. So we'll ask her ladyship to come to us, exploiting her overconfidence. If she wants my blood, let her come and spill it. She knows we use the haemonculus as our meeting place. If you let the Enforcers know I can be found and grabbed in here, she will come, hardly with her throne in tow, I imagine. We'll lure her into a trap, kill her, and take back Footfall. What size force do you command? However much Corridor would like to believe she's kicked the Kabalaska out of Footfall, she hasn't. We've scattered all over the station, laying low, and there's still enough of us to cause trouble. A small band of my most daring staff members, who were by my side when I came to power, business partners who still remember that any venture is only as reliable as the grip on the venture's hand on the pistol. Add to that the group of Xenos mercenaries which my colleagues from the Kabalaska missions mission have provided me with. A radical solution, I know, but they don't care who they kill as long as I pay them, and I have the means to pay them. We have a greater number in Rizzo if Rizzo wasn't so damned cautious, and Hieronymus did us a favor and shut his preaching trap. Vladimir grits his teeth and adds quietly, I would have long thrown the good reverend for a loop if it weren't for the fanatical mob that would show up to avenge him. Why would I take part in that? Because a critically important station in the Expanse is about to become a graveyard. Once commerce dies, merchants will turn to piracy. What else could they do? Connections between worlds will be weakened, since Corridor will make short work of the astropaths as soon as she gets to them. And Corridor, do you think the footfall will be enough for her? No, she'll march on, perhaps to your worlds as well. She wouldn't kill the astropaths, surely. Besides, your lordship has not yet considered the possibility that working with the Kabalaska mission opens up. Now is the perfect moment for you to gain a new ally. In times of crisis, every friendship is valuable. Incendia Corridor has nothing to offer you, while my organization's gratitude is guaranteed. Between losing an influential partner and strengthening your ties with them, I'm sure you'd opt for the latter. What does Rizza have a problem with? She has a misgiving about the prospect of our cooperation. The old rogue prefers not to pick fights unless a victory is a foregone conclusion, and right now she seems to be planning on fleeing rather than fighting. She needs the right kind of motivation. What a shame there's no one the cold bitch values enough for me to take them hostage. Jesus. Why does Rizza call you Vakmo? Old nicknames die hard. Old nicknames die as hard as old habits. I used to be known by that name at the station. The Vakimo is a myth, a malicious spirit stalking for prey in Footfall's empty sectors. I have a terrible reputation. I had a terrible reputation when I was young. Why has Hieronymus shown up here? He preaches repentance. Vladimir remained stone-faced for a few seconds before giving in and letting a sarcastic smile form on his lips. Corridor sent him to make us lay down our arms and renounce our rebellious ways. But he seems taken aback by the scale of Lady Incendiary's purges, which opens up possibilities. If we put pressure on him, he'll bring over zealots who'll tear apart whoever points his finger at. A useful man, I regret not establishing rapport with him sooner. News of Incendiary's death is hardly going to please Lord Inquisitor. Considering Calcazar has never once interfered in the station's affairs, he doesn't care about Footfall. This means he also doesn't care who runs the station, as long as things are quiet on it. I'm going to make sure that things are quiet. Granted, he did give Corridor a security detail, but if she's already... Turka emphasizes the last word, dead, and her death doesn't seem of deadly heresy, he likely won't bother to investigate. Lord Inquisitor will simply entrust governance to someone who won't cause him problems. Me. I realize it's a bold hypothesis, and the Lord Inquisitor may have me hanged for Corridor's death, but my life is at stake as it is, so I may as well take the risk. I have understood your plan. Hope you are finding it promising. I'll have a look at you first. The former Leeds looks angry and focused. His coat collar is unbuttoned, showing the mesh work of ceramite reinforced armor hidden underneath. He is wearing a gun holster on his side. Now that Vladimir has thrown off the mask of a disgruntled bureaucrat, his sleeves are rolled up, showing his old bandit tattoos. He exudes an aura of imperious cruelty. I would like to take a look around. I will go and take a look around.
I always keep my options open.
I want to hear the same story from Riza or Rizza. I want to hear if what you're telling me is 100% the truth. Because I know what happens when you're dealing with bandits. Bandits are only telling you the half-truths. They're telling you, well, and bureaucrats, actually. Bandits and bureaucrats have a lot in common in that.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Octave, who the heck is this? Is this the barman? I don't remember them having a thing. Octavia looks tired, but finds strength to smile briskly. She pours 2 shots of clear yellowish liquid with streaks of promethium in it and slides one towards Riza. Let's drink to her infallible Lady Corridor's mercy and good judgment, whatever they are right now. Riza downs the shot, grimacing contently. You're quite the poet, Octi. Yes, indeed. One would hate if Lady Corridor's ill health affected our own. Have you, by any chance, run into Lady Corridor's good judgment on your journey, your lordship? Got anything strong, Octavia? For you always, my lord. A dusty but finely made greenish bottle with a wax seal appears on the bar. Lord Winterscale's favourite brand. Oh, so good. So good it's not entirely legal. However, during his last visit, his lordship told me to put a bottle aside until he returns. And who knows if he'll ever return here now. It would be a waste. He's not coming back. I killed him. Go ahead and pour me one. Killed? I suppose we can skip the details. Dangerous to ask too many questions of the man who took his lordship Winterscale. Alright then, here's to your courage in battle. How have you been doing here without me? Badly, but we're in no mood to lay down and die yet. There's still people who can't stand Corridor's regime, and they are fighting. A sting a day, always somewhere new. Vladimir may be on the run, but he still has people loyal to him. He'd have more if it weren't for the Reverend Hieronymus. Many fell for his sermons and took to repenting and confessing. He turned so many to the faith that they don't dare touch him anymore. The old man's a voice to be reckoned with now. Are you not afraid the enforcers will come hit for you eventually? If they show up, I'll blow up the martyr's endurance before I let those butchers take me alive. And for now, I'll be behind the bar, refueling my roughnecks. It's a rotten thing for a captain to abandon ship, isn't it, your lordship? Some captain if I were you. I'd scram while the scramming's good. I know you're attached to this place, but this hole isn't worth dying for. I have a shuttle hidden away nearby, so we could take off right now. Calm down, Riza. I'm not holding you here, so don't try to drag me away either. Riza and I need to exchange a few words. Riza glances in Octavia's direction, waits for her to take the hint, and then looks away and then says, "At your lordship's service?" Your eyes pierce the pirate, and you sense that the burden of her transgressions is so heavy that it will soon drag her under. Her fear has allowed a malicious will to sink its claws into her soul and tear it slowly to pieces. Fuck! I'm not a fanatic? Damn. Oh well. I'm interested in the Fellowship of... No. I have nothing more to say. I don't know what this one is. Ooh, should I say that? Why not? What, you're like a ladyship now? One look and you can tell the wicked from the righteous? I suppose it's easy enough to guess that a pirate has a misdeed or two to her name, but no one has ever accused me of serving the archenemy before. You wound me, your lordship. As much as Riza was trying to turn it all into a joke, there's an anxiety in her eyes, and her hand is reaching unconsciously for something concealed under her shirt and on her chest, as if she's trying to hide it from you some more. I have nothing more to say. I'll take my leave. What else should I do? I really wish I was a fanatic. Iconoclast fanatic, but what am I at this point? I am a Votea, and I'm almost a fanatic. I'm so close to being a fanatic. I'm so close. I'm so damn close. Does it give me anything? I don't think it does. Oh, they're Xenos. What are they?
An expected result.
Interesting. That's that looks like an Eldar of some kind. Maybe a Dark Eldar. But I'm not sure what this is.
I always
But
have
it's
a
like
backup
every
plan.
it's like every Xenos. It's a humanoid figure with a weird face. Let's be honest, that's every one of them. You reckon I can
Let
talk
us
with
not
Hieronymus now? Demolition? No, tech use. What is this?
My pleasure.
That looked like a bomb. I didn't want to blow that up.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Oh, I'm so annoyed that I'm not full. I wanted to see what that thing was. But I do agree that she's randomly killing, and in fact, she feels like she's more she's more like evil than this person. Okay, Vladimir. Vladimir. Sorry, I'm gonna do another save. I know I'm saving too much. I'm saving too much. And it probably won't change my decision, but I'm going with this guy. I don't like him. I've got that paranoia. Yes, I've got that paranoia. I will help you overthrow Corridor. Each second of a continued rule will cost the lives of hundreds of innocent people. I can't say I approve of antagonizing Corridor, but her methods being what they are, I definitely disapprove of assisting her. Well, this is the... You can't choose that. It's one or the other, Ablard. It's one or the other. There's no middle ground. We can't kill both of them. I'm glad you're with us, your lordship. Look, here's my favourite person. This is a fight we must be well prepared for. As a colleague of mine used to say, if your brain doesn't hurt from all the thinking of where to hide, it'll find out even your skull isn't thick enough once the fight is on. Which sounds especially ironic considering how he died. I'd like to ask your opinion on how prepared we are to entertain Lady Incendiary. Probably bad. Perhaps some of those gathered in here will support us, Rise's people, Hieronymus' zealots, even Octavia's regulars. We could use whomever we can get. If you think that it may be worth fortifying our position or preparing a few surprises for our guests, my people and arsenals are at your disposal. All you have to do is say the word. As soon as we're ready, send Corridor a message saying I'm here. Let her come. We'll settle our differences the football way. With a gunfight. I feel like I could do this, but I will go take a look around. As much as I think I could do that.
My options open.
How do I talk with you? The Emperor Patek, young von Valencia, what has brought you here? Perhaps you would like to confess? Repentance is the first step on the path of redemption. I want to stop Incendiary. Help me. Are you openly declaring your intent to move against the executor of the Emperor's justice? And why should I, her mentor in faith, help you commit an act of treachery? God damn, why am I not an iconoclast fanatic? I mean, luckily I've got Cassio as 171 persuasion. Saint Duricia's is a doctrine of redemption, but Incendia has forgotten about that. Now what else may she have forgotten? Indeed, her fervor frightens me. Sometimes I feel she takes pleasure in doling out punishment and revels in her own power. She has forgotten that punishment exists to purify his servants and return them to his light, so that they may continue this service. Senseless slaughter is at odds with that goal. I regret never managing to drive that point home to her. Now that you have banished my doubt, I will do what must be done. Saint Durus' faithful will aid you in battle. I mean, I would like to see the relics, but I'll say goodbye.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay. Hey, Riser. Hey, by the way, this... Why did I never see her portrait before? She's awesome. Absolutely awesome. I have a plan to stop Corridor. Your help would be of use. By we, you mean you and Vladame? He always has a plan, but it's by far not always the best plan. Why should I believe in your ideas? I want to do this one. It's not about whose idea it is, but who we are doing it for. For the people of Footfall. For you, Octavia. Octania. For your freedom from an insane zealot's reign of terror. The patrons greet your last sentence with an enthusiastic roar. Your heartfelt speech resonates with the commoners and seems to have strived Octavina. I'm never going to get that right. Octavina. You sure know how to be persuasive, your lordship. You're right. You're ready to risk your life for us, and here I am being picky like a noble offered a nutri bar made of ground corpses. You can count on me. Hey! Once per battle, the rogue trader may choose an ally. That target may immediately use the heroic action without spending momentum. But I think I have to be fanatic to use that. That's still insane. I don't have any fighters, but I do have a shipment of non-human weapons, lethal, but with no guarantee of quality. Figuring out how it even works is tricky enough, but that still beats the junk Vladame's cutthroats are armed with. They can have a round on the house. Let me exchange a few words. Oh. Wait, I am fanatic? Did I just become fanatic? That's awesome. Riser, the forces you have opened yourself up to will be your undoing. And what's more, your crew too will pay for that with your souls because of you. Riser's expression turns to stone. She peers tensely into her glass as if trying to find the answer on its bottom. Finally, she raises her eyes at you, looking incredibly tired. You're cruel, you know, your lordship. The way you found where this old pirate was hiding her conscience and dragged it kicking and screaming into the light. I got in over my head and almost dragged my crew down with me. I'd be a crap captain if I allowed my fear to kill my crew. Thank you, your esteemed self, for talking some sense into me. Got a light? The pirate casually rips some kind of amulet from her neck, with a beast's fanged head crowned by horns. Ooh! A beast's fanged head crowned by horns. I wonder what god that is, if any. That for me feels like it doesn't fit any but maybe Korn. But I don't feel like she'd make a deal with Korn because that wouldn't really make too much sense. She tosses it into a near empty glass of rotgut and throws the match you offered her after it. The contents of the glass are immediately engulfed in unholy purple flame. You see, purple flame makes me think Zinch. A minute later, all there is left is ash and a nasty puddle of black metal at the bottom. Satisfied with the result, Riser smashes the glass on the floor. Vladame needs your help. Your lordship, his plan is the death throes of a cornered and condemned man who's grasping at an imaginary straws. The Vakmo were once smart, shrewd, and wily, but now he's refusing to admit he's already lost. We modest dealers are no match for a rogue trader. It would be different, of course, if we were strongly motivated, or had a rogue trader on our side. Literally, yeah. No, I'm not losing profit back, sir. Spoken like a cowardly crone, not a dreaded pirate captain. Riser flashes her eyes and scowls. Don't talk to me like that, your lordship. The times we're living in, barely anyone in the Expanse remembers who old Riser is. I'm not getting any respect anymore. That means they need a reminder, and they're going to get one. Oh, what the warp. My crew and I will take part in your little uprising, but don't ask me for details. Old Riser prefers to keep quiet about the backstage side of her intrusive and sudden strikes. Sure, let me have a look at your wares while I'm here. A bayonet knife. No. I mean, that might actually be okay on the Space Marine that I have. Thing is, the reason why my fellowship with you guys isn't particularly high is because none of your stuff interests me in the slightest. None of it's good. But I'm sure, no, let me rephrase that. I'm sure most of it is good. But none of it seems like it's worth. I mean, that's a good weapon, I guess. Demolition instructions? Meh. Cabal Incubus armor? Like, I have to get to this stuff where I'm starting to see stuff that maybe I'd use. But even then, like, not really. I have to use press the advantage. I don't use that enough. Whereas successful single attacks inflict stunned if the target fails a willpower. Okay, but that's only a -5. It's only a -5 willpower resistance check. Like, that's not a huge thing. But if I put that on... Oh, it has to be single attacks. Never mind. Staff of Gravity Control. Okay. You know what? Maybe this later stuff... It seems like you go quite heretical with these people, and I'm not really heretical. You know? But she's cool.
Is there money to be made?
Hey, Xenos. I don't know who you are, but you wanna... No? Anyone wanna join me?
Let us not dawdle.
I got, like, the 3 main factions, but, like... Anyone else? I'm quite convincing. Well, Cassia is, surprisingly, for being what most people would be considered unordinary.
And done.
Always keep your eye on the price.
You know what? Maybe I don't need the Xenos in my group. We've got Xenos weaponry. We've got like a crew of cutthroats with decent guns. We've got a bunch of zealots. We've got this. You know what? I don't even need to save. I don't even need to save. Your lordship. I'd like to make a deal with the Kabbalist. Nothing to offer. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's fair enough. I see no issue in letting Incendia know you are here. Get ready. Your enemies will be here soon. I will send my least important associate to the entrance to take the brunt of the initial assault. That should thin our guests' numbers. Without thinking, Vladimir reaches for his pistol to check how easily it slides out its holster. Then he smiles. It has an easygoing, young and bloodthirsty smile. I'd almost forgotten how much I love this. God, I would love to have seen him as a proper bandit. Stay where you are. Lay down your weapons. I mean, I'll be honest. This side actually seems like they're stronger at this point. Like, you couldn't even see where I was pointing. This side. What do you reckon that a rogue trader's gonna have on them? Down with the hanged woman. Let's make the holy soldiers bleed. These are not the holy soldiers. I didn't bring the holy soldiers. They didn't even take a shot back. God, that wasn't even fair. There she is. There she is. She's brought 5 of her friends? That's not a lot of people. Who's this? Flames rage in Corridor's furious gaze as she surveys the bar. Her figure seems to exude a ruthless, radiant, cruel, like the scorching sun of a desert world. Rebels and heretics, I, Rogue Trader Incendiary Corridor, master of footfall and defender of justice, am ordering you to lay down your weapons. Harsh justice awaits those who surrender, and ignoble death awaits the rest. Vladimir takes out his pistol slowly and says in a lazy drawl, Incendiary Corridor, I, Vladimir the Vakmo, am ordering you to get off my turf before I blow your brains out and throw your corpse for a loop. Repent, Incendiary. You have lapsed and turned into a monster. Has horror driven you out of your mind, Wilbur? I have seen your thirst for blood. You revel in sentencing and the executing. Are you going to dispute that? Am I lying? You are not lying. I do enjoy it. Your verdict bears no relation to the codified justice of the Imperium. You create create your own laws, which means your own Imperium. That is heresy. For Rogue Trader, the ultimate crime is to reject the Emperor's protection and make their reign absolute, becoming a brash rival of God and a blasphemous tyrannical hair search. Incendiary lowers her head and shadows seem to thicken around around the hall. The radiance fades from her eyes. Enough. I repent. I yearn to serve the Emperor, but the exacting revenge upon his foes was so delicious that I abandoned my duty. For the sake of my gratification, I made Footfall my house of pleasures. I was a harsh judge, not because it was what he wanted, but because it's what I wanted. I executed those his law forbids to execute. Putting themselves above the Emperor is the most terrible act a Rogue Trader can commit. I have lapsed into heresy and I must be convicted. She's gone to Slanesh. Judge me, Wilbur. I who have strayed committed myself to his mercy and his harshness. State your crimes. Arrogance was born in my heart, and it trampled over my sense of duty. I forgot the Emperor's commandments, which are as strict as they are merciful, and became a bringer of death and death only. I was not serving the Imperium of humanity. I was building a pitiful parody of his creation. What can you say in your defense? I only dreamt of being a worthy servant of the Emperor, of doing his will, of punishing his enemies, of turning this corrupt and decrepit system into an abode that is worthy of his light and does not diminish his greatness. Oh, thank you for the follow, Eggs? I'm guessing it's just eggs or exos? The verdict will be lenient, Incendiary Corridor. I banish you from Footfall. Depart. I deserve no quarter, but I accept my punishment, and I am going into exile to do my penance. Farewell, Wilbur. Well, that didn't turn into a fight. That was a bit surprising, honestly. I mean, it did take 2 very high persuasion rolls. Emperor have mercy on me. I had doubts before, but now I see that they were unwarranted. Of all the defenders of the Expanse, only she was worthy of being his shield. Her repentance is but further proof of it. I was a fool not to believe in her. Is this how the cleansing of the Footfall ends? No! Hieronymus cries in a woe and looks around the hall with ferocious eyes. Incendiary may not have been the holiest and purest of the Emperor's tools, but who will be left when she is gone? Him? Her? He points his fingers at Vladimir, then rises, and finally you? You? Are you going to protect the law and the faith? Emperor's faithful, our protector, was caught in a web of conspiracy. She was lied to. Therefore, let us avenge her and carry out on her cause. Where thou hast stepped into the nest of corruption, destroy those that dwell therein. Might and torment them like his wrathful instrument, thou knowest no fear. Avenge his sorrow, and shun pity in the name of thy love for him. To battle for Incendiary Corridor and the Emperor. Wait, if I succeed on my good roll, I have to fight him?
You will beg for mercy. but I
What?
will grant none. I will take you down.
That's what happens. That's the difference. That's actually fucking awesome, honestly. Wait, who goes first? Argenta and me. Okay, that's fine. You know what you're at? You're gonna go over here. I'm gonna go... I'll go here to block you so that an Ablard will go on the other... like here to block them. Cassia will hide behind this rock. Argenta will be doing what Argenta does best, which is to stand right here. And then who's left? I guess Jay can hide behind this rock. Anything I need to know about this dude? Increase allies' characteristics. Reach ally. Confusing slap. Okay. Anything I need to know? When an ally uses a heroic action, he gains 10 wounds. Half the... Okay, he's an officer. It's a shame. I really like officers. And they're kind of scary when they're not on your side. Ooh, let's take the shot. Take the shot. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this.
I understand your intent.
We are going to take the immediate first shot.
This tedium is beneath me. Ancestors, guide me!
And then we're going to remember that I should do this. And then we're going to take the second shot.
If I must.
Nice, I got the kill. I didn't expect that, actually. Okay, we're going to move... We're going to move to about here.
Rejoice in battle!
And we're going to... What am I hitting there? I could go for, like, something like this. Try and get 2 of them. Can I get, like, 3 with this one, though? I think we want to go with with this shot. It's not going to do much damage. But I think it's the right thing to do. What's this? Next range attack made deals 130% damage and has an additional 20... Ooh!
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
And then... Do I want to try this? I think it's better.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Okay? He fell over. He fell over.
Doubt is
Do
for
this.
the weak.
We're gonna move to... We're gonna move a bit back. Move to about here.
God Emperor, move through me.
And then we're gonna
Be
take
the
a shot like
fire in my
this.
heart.
Okay, and then we're gonna just move you a bit further back. Okay.
As the
You know what?
Emperor commands, I act.
Do I just want to take a load of pot shots using this now? How many people do you reckon I could kill with that? I could take a couple of these enforcers and do a bit of damage to them.
Power
I think that's worth.
resides in the will of the righteous.
I think it's actually worth. Oh god, it does not do a lot of damage. I guess we start focusing that one down. Oh, they take a lot of damage actually. We'll try and do some damage to these guys. Argenta's like actual damage has gone down a fair amount,
I act.
but that's fine because as soon as Cassia gets a turn, she can just buff them. Like, she's immediately gonna do Inspire on
Isn't
her.
this a job for the serfs?
That's just the right thing to do, and then we'll put this on them as well. Yeah, you're just gonna be buffing people like that, aren't you? Ow! Ow! You make me attack other people? Nice!
Let's make it quick.
Oh, he's pretty damn good. Okay, well, I have this now. It's once per battle. I mean, that seems good, right? I could just do that on Argenta.
I'll see to it personally.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave.
In the light I stand, in the light I
I'll do it.
crave.
This is why I was chosen.
You see, that does a little bit more damage now. I like that. That's a really huge edge, honestly, on what's happening before. We're gonna remember to do this because we keep forgetting, and then we're gonna do
Not
this.
me.
Ooh, he's not dead yet. Now,
It's
is
as good
this
as done.
because story reasons?
Your end was
No,
inevitable.
it's not because of story reasons. Well, damn. He went down really, really easy. I guess
On it.
endure. And then that's your turn. What's he doing? Who's he going after? Somebody I don't care about. Cool, that's fine. You're not bodyguarding anyone. The person you're
Hold on.
bodyguarding left. So what's the point in what you're doing right now? Ooh, a grenade. That's not bad. Not a great grenade. I guess it's doing some damage.
Break their morale.
Ow! You did 3 damage to Blimmin' Argenta.
Check to the heretics.
Okay, Jay. You're going to... Oh, what are you gonna do? I don't normally use her, that's the thing. So anyone, did they do, they didn't, they weren't stupid. Okay. We're gonna do this.
Am I getting paid for this?
You're getting paid the
You've got
same
a
way that
problem?
everyone gets
I've got a
paid.
price.
You're getting paid in faith. Take the shot.
This is eradicated.
They're dead. Then we're gonna do a nice little move to about
That
here.
is for the weak.
Then we're gonna do this.
I'll do it.
Then we're going to... Do we finish this guy off? Well, no, that'll take 1 shot.
I refuse.
Or
As
reload the
the
gun.
Emperor commands, I act.
Then we'll take another shot. I think I might have accidentally did the full
I'll do it.
turn instead of what I actually wanted, but oh well.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
No, I didn't. Why did that do a full turn? Why did that give me full AP?
They'll write legends about me.
Argenta, get another turn. Finish this guy off.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
And then I guess finish this dude off.
Doubt is for the weak. Eradicated.
God, I love Argenta.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Oh, I guess there's one dude on the floor right there.
As the Emperor commands.
Who this guy in particular? He was knocked down and then and then he never got a chance to do anything. I almost feel sorry for him. There's another guy left. Oh. Hey Jay,
Living on the edge.
go shank him with your finely edged Hecatarian blade. Why not? Press
Tell
the
me and
advantage.
it is done.
Hiya!
Don't get too cocky.
Oh well, we killed the preacher. Not our fault. It's not my fault. Well, the dame surveys the carnage and says dryly and morosely, "What a mess! Thank you for helping me deal with it, your lordship. Your help has been invaluable. but the Kabbaliska mission will nonetheless try to approximate and match its value in the most generous of terms. What are you meaning to do next? I'll restore control, I'll free the prisoners and give merchants back their impounded cargo. I'll replace the lowlives the Lordship put in charge with my own lowlives. I'll take care of those of the station's sectors that are slowly dying in isolation. And of course, I'll send an envoy to the Lord Inquisitor to bring him the news and inform him of my willingness to cooperate. I want Corridor's enforcers to not face any reprisals. Let them leave. I'm no butcher. Her ladyship's enforcers may leave the station, except those personally complicit in the killing of my employees' friends and loved ones. I have a responsibility towards them. That's actually completely fair. Congratulations, your lordship. You have one less rivalry in the Expanse. Now that we've dealt with the pressing issue, do you have any other instructions regarding the station's governance going forward? After all, Footfall is now under your exclusive personal protection. Footfall is exhausted and wounded by Corridor's cruelty. I'm going to have shelters set up where those in need and pain can find a roof over their heads, sustenance and medical aid. Because I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. Also, I'm too scared to do any of the evil decisions, I'm being completely honest. The entire gathering glorifies your name with joyful chants. In their eyes you see hope with a dash of mistrust. The station's inhabitants aren't used to such magnanimity. However, something in your voice gives them hope that you're not putting on a show, and that perhaps this is the beginning of a new and less grim period in the station's history. It's unlikely, because it's still 40k. Although unironically, this feels like a place that, like, I wouldn't mind living. Like, sure, people die quite a lot, but also it feels like there's a lot of camaraderie and, like, people are like nice to each other. Like, if you're part of a group, you're part of it, you know? Okay, let me have a look at this. On a successful parry, when the wielder successfully parries with his power sword, they immediately counterattack with whichever attack costs the least AP. It also grants plus 30 bonus to parry. On successful hit with this power sword, the target suffers a minus 10 penalty. Is that not inherently what most things get, though? Yeah, this one has it, except this gives it plus 20%, and it has more penetration. Okay, yeah, I'll have that as my off weapon. Daredevil. The burst comes with 0 AP. Psychic thing is useless. Rapid, these are useless. Armor is useless. Why did a shuriken... Oh, I guess one of the guys died. Heavy mesh, is that what Ablard's using? No, he's using something better. Okay. I'll take that as my off weapon. Because I have this really cool hammer, the really cool axe that is definitely not bad in any way, and I definitely didn't take off a dead rogue trader. We're not gonna say that I took that off Lady Sir Winter Scale. That definitely didn't happen. Why do I have a -5 to my... The maledictions of Rykar minus give me -5 to my willpower. That's worrying. How do I get rid of that? After an ally takes a discipline out, all damage dealt by this is increased by 3% for each new enemy damaged by them. No. No. I could go without a sniper rifle, but I don't think it's that worth. Additional 2 damage for every cell between... No. Is dodge reduction. What's my dodge like? Not huge. Not really worth. That could be useful, but I don't feel like I'd use it enough. Enemy suffers +1 stack of degraded defense effect for every 6 damage that those do. Okay. Whenever an ally hits them, that might be decent, but not. I'll put it as a maybe. During the first round, I get 2 extra points. I don't actually use them too much. No. Any damage that the character deals is increased by 1 for every attack they made this combat. I don't think that's useful for me. I don't do that many attacks. Start the turn, they restore 10% of their maximum wounds. If that's less than... Okay. Targets that consider this not... Okay. Enemies that have 0 deflection or 0 armor against... Okay. Plus int bonus to everything. So I get 2 plus 4 divided by 2. So 2% bonus to everything. Is the 2% bonus to everything worth it? I don't think it is. I think it'd be incredible on Pascal. But I'm not that smart. Even though my build was supposed to be intelligence based, I immediately forgot it. Hit by a melee attack must pass a willpower check, or that makes the target a priority. No, that's actively bad. Against the character, they suffer 3 plus the character's willpower, which is horrendous, direct damage. No. 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 Bonus to their strength equal to 20% of their maximum wounds. That's not horrendous. 20% of my maximum wounds. What are my maximum wounds? Is this my wounds? So it would be 20% of 92, which is near enough 20. So I'd get 20 bonus to my strength. Is that what I'm seeing? Yeah, 18. Okay, that's probably pretty decent. Plus 5 to all bonuses are doubled when they have 25% wounds or less. I considered Psychic Awakening me, but like a Biomancy or something. But I don't think it's worth. Armor penetration. I don't think I have a hugely high armor pen. I don't heal that much. No. Against single targeted attacks. Okay. That's not bad, I guess. If I had deflection. Gains 12 more wounds, and their wounds are further increased by toughness. It doesn't seem... That one doesn't seem to work. That's the reason why I'm a bit iffy on it. Because it doesn't seem to work. I took that on Ablard and it didn't change anything. I don't have that on. That's possible. No. Okay, we're taking that. And for this, see, my plan was to go with this early on. Get him heavy armor proficiency, get him in heavy armor, then give him this. But I didn't keep to it, if I'm being completely honest. For every 10 damage dealt, they also deal 1 direct damage to the same target. I like that. I like that. I don't know what I'm going to do with you, because I don't really use you too much. But let's take that. All allies are... No. Heroic inspiration. Any enemy using heroic action for the very first time in combat. I like this on Cassia. I don't mind it on both of you. Now you I think I saw a couple things that I maybe want to take on you. I don't remember what they were, but I'll guess it based on the naming scheme. Dodge reduction is useless. No. 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 I feel like sometimes they just don't give them to her. The ones that I saw on that guy. Like there was one that was like, if you took Deadshot, it like gave you a bunch of bonuses. Either I've already taken that or they don't give it to her. Like, and these priority target ones, I swear Ablar just doesn't see them. Like, look out for this one, full attention, when we get to him. I'd be interested to see. When the character single shot deals damage to a target other than their main target. Maybe. That's a possibility. If I do have the pierce attack. Ignores ballistic skill deflection. That's good. I want to be hitting most of the time. Now this is the one that's a bit iffy because I've looked at these and there are loads of crit chance ones that I don't care about. Whenever it deals damage to an ally that against the prey. Maybe. That's a potential. Where is it? We retaliate? Yeah. Yeah, let's go for that one. Right, so we're looking for that one we saw before. I've immediately forgotten its name, so... hopefully somebody in the chat did. Disastrous conclusion. No. 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 Maybe. Oh, it's here. It is here. I was wrong. That's 100% we're taking. Because he makes himself the priority target so much. He doesn't do a lot of attacks, so that's not a huge one. Ooh, whenever he's attacked by an enemy, they gain momentum equal to the difficulty tier. I think this is better. But I have to remember that other one for later. I don't use Brace for Impact enough, honestly. While Bulwark is active, the Vanguard counts as full cover for allies, granting the adjacent plus... I'm not normally in a big group like that. He's normally on his own. If I'm being honest. What are any of this? Provocation? Do I not have that? I thought I already had that. Oh no, I've got distraction thing. Healing resolve. Not bad. Whenever they hit an enemy with an attack or opportunity, they miss willpower check. They're normally already doing it though. Okay, I think I like that one. Just on the off chance that he doesn't have, he isn't keeping them in check yet. What do I want to take on her? I need more damage. The damage dealt is increased by 3% until the end of combat for every new enemy damaged by them in combat. This is a possibility, but she is hitting a lot of people. I'm sorry that I looked through them again, but I'll be honest, I just immediately forget what they say. Maybe. Melee attack. Pushing. First turn. No, given by the character. Given by the character. Flash wounds is useless. Full attention. Useless. Zero deflection. Useless. Int bonus. Useless. They may not actually be useless, but it's just my sort of opinion on them. Single shots is not really what I do. Like this one. I swear I've never seen on the lady I want to put it on. Is it because maybe you can't take it if you have these? Extra to strength isn't... I guess, no, she's not good with that. Perfection under fire, no. This isn't bad. for her. Like, deflection's pretty bad. But I don't think it's right. It's an additional ballistic tool divided by 2 penetration. Over penetration attacks cannot be dodged. I don't over penetrate with her, I don't feel like. I think Cataclysm's the best for us. I mean, I may as well do this, right? That's a possibility. No, that's not useful. Gonna stuck with disturbed. No. Every round, the first single targeted ability used by an ally on Arch Militant grants +1 action to that ally. Ooh, that's good. That's actually really good. Why have I not chosen that one before? Ooh, what do I want on her? Things related to extra turns are the big thing, right? The extra turn is given by this character. Grant MP. The target grants MP. The MP gets an additional 4 if AP. The target's an additional AP. That just seems good. Getting 3 AP on that ability seems decent. These ones I always read, and then I'm always like, they're not useful. We're just gonna check a couple of these. I'll be honest, she's here for one thing, and it's to give buffs and to give it's to give buffs and it's to give extra turns, and that's it really. And she's incredible at it. She's the best part of my group, honestly. She's the backbone. I swear I already had something like this. In fact, I do have something like this. I mean, I can take it again. Just on the off chance that these don't have anything. Combat each time, but no. No. You know what, let's take this. I never take it. Right then, I think it's time to meet the Inquisitor.
Rise to the top.
I hope that if I had chosen Incendia, it wouldn't have given me Imperial Navy stuff. But if it did, I'd be really annoyed. Ooh, what the hell? These were your worst people? They have the same armor as my Tempestus heavy armor, but it's medium armor. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Sure, I get plus Lord Xenos. I don't think I've got any blimmin' Lord Xenos. Oh, I must have, based on these statistics. Lord Xenos okay, we're taking this, and then we're looking at my stuff. So my Lord Xenos is... oh, it's 70. So I'm getting 7 extra armor, so that's the equivalent of having a 62% armor. Because that's divided by 10, right? So why is this one... why is it saying that this reduces... oh no, now it's telling me that this is just better. Why do these basic guys have better armor than I do? And against humans, it's against human, it's better than my heavy armor. Why? I mean, the weapon's not even that bad either. What are you wearing? Yeah, this is still just better than... why have I found new armor for these people just randomly here? What is this? It wasn't the blimmin' leader that had the
Is
the
there
good
money
stuff.
to be made?
Wait, did I? I definitely looted the Reverend guy, right? He's over like, it would be over here. What did he give me? Did he give me anything? No, he must have given me nothing. Like the
Let us
actual
not dawdle.
like Hieronymus dude. Wow, that's disappointing. I expected him to at least have like some form of relic on him. I guess it was never made to fight. He didn't seem like he fought. Like he didn't seem like he was made to fight. But then I'm kind of just surprised if there's something in Warhammer 40k that isn't made to fight. You know, because everything feels like it's made to fight. You know. It's always this final couple percentage that it just takes so long. It's with every game though, not just this one. Come on, load up. Come on. There you go. I had that when I was exporting one of my videos actually. It just the 99% part was taking so long. The elderly man in front of you is moving with the noiselessness of an experienced servant who he bows primly and says in a raspy voice, "The Lord Inquisitor told me to let you know that it will be his pleasure to see you, your lordship, at his palace. There are matters of utmost urgency that he wishes to discuss, and he hopes you will find the time to meet him in the near future." Who are you? My name is Frosher. Frosher? Your lordship. I have the honor of being the Lord Inquisitor's orderly. The man is unarmed and wearing no Inquisition insignia, but the military sharpness of his upright posture suggests he's a servant who doubles as a bodyguard. I will visit the Lord Inquisitor as soon as I can. I will pass the good news to the Lord Inquisitor. I mean, there's no reason to not immediately go and see him now, right?
Keep your wits about you.
I could do the little talk with Jay, but I don't feel like it hasn't hinted that there's any urgency on that, right? Like it's not as if, one second, I'm pressing all the buttons trying to find the one that I want. Is it this one? No. Formation, it's N. I hate this formation. We're gonna go with this formation. That formation. Arguably I should have Ablard here, but you know. Where do you reckon I go to meet the lordship?
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Maybe next to the past the throne. I don't feel like normally. Oh, the throne's gone. Weird. Hello, good sir. I am here to see the Inquisitor. Why did you draw your weapons? Excuse me.
I always keep my options
I'm a rogue trader. And yeah, sure, I just kicked out the other rogue trader, but it was my land in fairness. Hey, Calcazar, I didn't bring the interrogator with me. I'm sorry, but I was already bringing one person that isn't leveled up and part of my team. Oh, don't look at me like that. The Lord Inquisitor is engrossed in studying star system charts and reports, which are amassed on the deck like the ridges of a formidable mountain range. There are shadows beneath his eyes, which are ruthlessly dissecting the latest report, and his skin stretched taut over the bones of his skull. Without turning his head to you, Calcazar says, wearily, "Greetings, your lordship. Your timing is impeccable." Oh? Why so? Please don't say you're heretical as well. You'd never do that. I feel like they wouldn't have showed that unless that's going to become he's going to get poisoned. An aged servant with the bearing of a veteran approaches the two of you. In a precise movement, he replaces the untouched cup of cold recap in front of Lord Inquisitor, with a new one slightly steaming. Let's go with... May the Emperor grant you strength and some time to rest, Lord Inquisitor. The corners of Kagazor's mouth creep upwards. In a befitting grave tone he replies, I would be loath to trouble our master with a prayer for such an indulgence, especially one so utterly inappropriate at this fraught time. Kagazor notices Argenta's and inclines his head with a dignified air. Sister? The battle sister's eyes gleam at the Lord Inquisitor's as the Lord Inquisitor addresses her. May your path be blessed. It is gratifying to see that the trials endured by the Expanse has failed to extinguish the fire of your fortitude. Lady Navigator Cassia Hispia Eviel. The Lord Inquisitor's lips curve into a thin smile as he catches the glimpse of scarlet eyes. I hear that House Orsilia is going through a difficult time. Change is coming. I sincerely hope it is for the better. Your colours, Lord Inquisitor, are as rich as they are multifaceted. I have never encountered anything like it before. Unclouded hues flowing from one to the next. Amazing harmony, amazing and frightening. Cassia raises her chin and nods demurely. That a man of such stature and talents has taken an interest in the well-being of a Navis nobilit. I can never say that one right. House is a great honor. Jade touches the Aquila on her chest and drops her head in an unnecessarily deep bow. O Lord Inquisitor, smiting spear of the Imperium, with the gold of faith cutting through the nebula of the Cronus Kagazor raises a hand in warning. If I were you, Mistress Hidara, I would endeavour to not draw the Inquisitor's attention to my person. Mercatum tabula official can do many things. Reattaching a head to a body is not one of them. I escaped from Comora, where I was held captive by Xenos. The Inquisitor raises an eyebrow impressed. You escaped from the Dark City? A feat that few have accomplished. Truly, I congratulate you on an exceptional performance. And I won't even mar your triumph by telling you that the Inquisitors will, of course, be watching you very closely henceforth. I sincerely hope that your grand escape was not part of a Xenos' devious machinations. It kinda was. I'm pretty sure it was the Harlequin's machination. Yet I am surprised that the Xenos is still alive. What is it, your lordship? Sentimentality? Revenge? Cold calculation? Alcazar gives the Eldar a long, significant look. If you did not finish her off yourself, send word when you have tired of her. My acolytes will only be too eager to learn her secrets. Clenching her jaw to the point of pain, the Eldar hisses Eldari curses under her breath, but retreats half a step. I have looked into the eyes of death, and of creatures far more dangerous than you, Monkai. Do not try to frighten me. You literally took a step back. What is the current situation in the Expanse? The Cult of the Final Dawn and Drukhari raiders are vying with each other to see who can cause us the greatest turmoil. I have mobilized all the forces I can to repel the attacks, which is why we are still alive. Combined militia brigades are hunting for Xenos and guarding convoys, and expeditionary platoons under my command are crushing heretical rebellions. The situation is unstable, but I will not pretend that I was prepared for this crisis. However, we have not lost our footing yet. What prompted the Drukhari to act so brazenly? Prisoner interrogations indicate that a relatively major political upheaval has taken place in Comora. The cabal of the Weaving Tempest has lost its grip on authority and became a target for enemies and rivals. Many vassals and members of the Cabal decided that fleeing to a real space was preferable to waiting in Comra to be killed. Oh no, that's not good. I may have done that. Why is the Cult of the Final Dawn become more active? The warp is raging. The baleful signs always pretend change. Portent change? I've never seen portent spelt before, but I wouldn't be surprised if they used it in this sentence. And crisis begets desperation, the most fertile ground for heresy. I believe the arch enemy's servants think their time has come, or perhaps this day was marked in their profane scriptures as the date of the end of existence. I will not trouble myself with further attempts to make sense of the blasphemous doctrine. They are bent on destroying us all, and so they must be destroyed. You've mobilized all forces, but not House von Valencia? Are you not standing before me now? While your status remains unclear, I preferred not to requisition the resources of the von Valencian Protectorate. Your people dealt with Aurelian the Cruel's agents and with Xenos raids, and that was enough for me, and now is the time to add your might and talents to the scales. What? But you must have an ingenious plan to save the Expanse. The glance tossed at you is like a shot from an auto pistol at point-blank range. If such a plan were to exist, information about it would be of utmost secrecy. I suggest you focus on the current strategy of putting out each fire as you encounter it. I understand. I see no need to get boggled down in details. To appraise you of all the information I currently possess would require more time than we have. What was the dispute between you and Caligos Winterscale about? His lordship deemed it more important to show off his stubbornness than to safeguard the interest of the Expanse. Stupidity of the most burdensome kind. But my sources inform me that he nevertheless has joined my efforts against the Xenos, and so have decided to stay any sanctions for a time. Why do you think he acted that way? His lordship has long displayed a suspicious susceptibility to corrupting ideas. His loss of interest in managing his protectorate and his appetite for violence drew my notice some time ago. At the moment of hesitation, Calcazar adds, the only question that remains unanswered is how many agents of the arch-enemy have infiltrated his entourage. Caligos Winterscale is dead. Earlier than I had planned, but that is all to the good. On behalf of the Inquisition, I hereby inform you that your actions will not be considered an attack on the privileges of the rogue trader. What help do you want from me? Structure, if you please. The Inquisition nods imperiously at the servant, who draws some kind of remote control from his pocket. All sounds whose source is any more than 3 meters away fade to nothing. That's blimmin' cool. You have a sound destruction device, a sound force field, a silence field. To my chagrin, the ability to be in 2 places at once does not number one among my many talents. That is why I wish for you to serve in my stead. I place such trust in very few people, you understand. You will feel what it is to walk in my shoes and attempt to compel a gaggle of quarrelsome blockheads to work together. You will reconquer Euphrates 2 for me. The Inquisitor gestures to the servant and the silencing field disperses. Vulture, another recap. This one has gone cold. It's only been like a couple minutes. How quickly does this thing go cold? And also, where is he taking the coffee from? Ablard stiffens, a grunt of displeasure, his mutter pitched for your ears only. You will reconquer Euphrates 2 for me? The esteemed Lord Inquisitor has done away with all pretenses of unpoliteness now. His orders no longer come with even the veneer of a request. Can you tell me more about Euphrates 2? A sacred world of the Adeptus Mechanicus, off limits to lay people. That's the place. I saw that somewhere. I remember it. Because I tried to go over it and they said they wouldn't take my communication. I don't remember where that was, but I remember that. I think it's probably that place. I'm one of the few who do not worship the Omnissiah to have set foot on its surface. Or rather, I was. Now it's crawling with unbelievers. The despicable word bearers attacked and captured Euphrates II, and the cult of the Final Dawn brought an entire horde of heretics to the planet. I send my troops to aid the exploratory forces laying siege to the world. But a rift occurred among the commanders. They need an authoritative general, and you are perfect for the role. My confidence is not misplaced, I trust. The word bearers went there themselves? They didn't send in their puppets? Clearly the stakes for them are high enough. Aurelian the Cruel has stirred his profane self to make a personal appearance on Euphrates II. Conrad Buckbeard, incidentally, is also there. I hear you two have unfinished business. Him and I will generously... Him? I hear you two have unfinished business. Him, I will generously leave to you. It makes sense. Okay, I had to read it again. When you are finished with him, you may simply dispose of his mortal remains. No need to surrender them to the Inquisition for an inquest. Consider it my gift. What do they want with Euphrates II? The resources behind the machinations would be pure speculation at this point. Bring me the prisoners to interrogate, and perhaps we will gain some much-needed insight. What forces do we have in place, and what is this rift that occurred between the commanders? Exploratory Fleet Divine Cognizance 7821 recalled its most combat-ready units to retake the world. They were supported by the most powerful strike fleet and a group of deadlier allies. I dispatched a pack of space wolves to hunt down the transgressors. Unfortunately, the leaders have failed to find a common language. The esteemed Thorvald is at odds with the conclave of the Mechanicus' battle congregation, and the Omnissiah's servants find Thorvald's strident nature off-putting, and neither group is fond of militant Debelek, who commands my forces. We're not fond, to be precise. The esteemed militant perished along with his ship a week ago when his noble allies failed to support his offense. Okay. How did you manage to enlist the aid of the Angels of the Emperor? I must remind you that I am still a Lord Inquisitor of the Cronus Expanse, not merely some, what do you always say, Frosh? Some grox bothering prick? If certain rogue traders at times allow themselves to speak to me in an overly willful manner, that should not give you cause to doubt my authority. The situation is clear. You'll be given the details when you arrive in orbit around Euphrates II. Fucking look at that. Imagine choosing that. I will smash the heretics. I never doubted you, your lordship. The Emperor protect. He didn't even ask about blimmin' incendiary corridor disappearing. And me like having Bladame disappear. Calcazar nods at the paper that his servant has delivered to the table. This document attests to the extraordinary power you now have at your disposal. I'm counting on your success, Wilbur.
Is there money to be made?
I wonder how many degrees of separation his power works through. So my thinking is, right, I've got something that says I have the power of the Lord Inquisitor, right? Which gives me power to effectively order anyone. If I then give authority to somebody else, do they have full authority to order them around? Can I give like a writ to somebody else to have my voice, which is being boosted by his voice? You know what I mean?
Keep your wits about you.
Or is there a limit to the degrees of separation that you can go down? I feel like there might be. Requesting access to the trading interface. Hey, I have all these tradables I want to give you. Thank you. Let's get to 25 and see if I have anything I want here. I'll take this. No, there's no point. Whoever of these boots gains +2 times strength bonus to parry and reroll failed dodge tests. Is that good on me? It would be worse than... I probably have better agility than I have parry, than I have strength. And I wouldn't get the counter attack. And I wouldn't get the staggered thing. But I would get reroll failed dodge, which is pretty insane. I don't think that's worth. I don't think that's worth either.
Let us know, Dordle.
Right, I'm just gonna be like a couple seconds. I'm just gonna go get myself a drink. I will be back in a sec. Quickly put it on this. I'll see you in a sec. You can count it. I'll be about 60 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm back. How do I get off this planet? How do I get off this planet? How do I get off this planet?
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Maybe it's the dock. The dock. That's where we go. Let's have a quick talk with Jay. How's she feeling after one of the twins died? I know I felt for him. I definitely remember his name. I don't remember his name. I don't remember his name at all, I'll be honest. He didn't even have a picture. That's how you know he wasn't incredibly important. Don't know if any of you listened to this, but there's a song by Rustage that came out. It's about Adam from Has Been Hotel. Such a good song. Combination of like rap and then like they got Jonathan Young to do the chorus. With this I've forgotten her name, but there's a lady who does harmonies with them, and it sounds incredible. The chorus is incredible, and the rapping is incredible as well, but...
Shireen, O glorious son of dozens of
Shireen.
worlds and billions of subjects, have you come to converse with Jai Hidari about the sweetness of her soul? Or do you wish to speak to a trade representative of the Imperium? Well, does the guise of one of the most powerful people in the
Fucking
Expanse
hell.
suit me?
Look, I don't know who voices this person, but that giggle... incredible. You're beautiful no matter the guise, Jay.
It is hard to argue against words as wise as they are sweet, Shireen. Except sometimes guise is mailed with the skin of their unfortunate owners, and the only way to take them off is to tear skin from flesh. That is not something I want. Not anymore.
How is your gang faring, Jay?
Like you need to ask Shireen. These Ashmags and Kashhaz are tenacious. They lick their wounds faster
I'm
than
never
the
going to be
Arshi
able to say
themselves.
that.
Tora finally got an implant for her jaw. Now she can speak properly instead of braying like a toothless donkey. She's been recruiting, strapping guys and gals too, because Falco culled our ranks. May the Aji savage the soul of that interstellar piranha.
Who is the Aji? Should I know? You said you wanted to reflect on what has happened?
Oh, yes, Shireen. And here is what I think. Since the day we first met, I have been tossed about like a boat in a storm. Battered, dashed against the rocks, lashed by the waves. And then I was flung onto the shore, and a fabulous
I'm
gift washed
interested
up
to
beside
see
me.
how she says
A
it.
precious pearl of the deep, the Mercatum Tabula Officiale.
The Mercatun Tabula Officiale.
And it was not fate, or the glitter of golden bubbles that steered me on that voyage. Oh no. I realize the power of those who hide in the blinding light of luminaries such as yourself, Sherry. The power that lies
Luminaries,
in
what a
being
good
a shadow
name.
that upholds order and light by skirting around antiquated laws. I will become that shadow, Sherry.
My spy master.
Perhaps I will even be your shadow. Not another pawn of the Casbalica mission, but a shadow baron of the expanse in my own right. A power far more imperious and formidable than any penny-pinching steward.
A shadow baron? It never hurts to acquire such an ally.
Then it is decided. Starting today, I will sail toward the future I choose.
I've already
What
done
a
this, haven't
thrill
I?
it would be to ride the waves wherever they want to take me.
I almost clicked that.
Oh, I have no doubt you will.
Fuck. Fuck, she's so cool. She's so cool. And whoever voices her did such a good job. I already have someone better than her for like what she does. Journal. Just how I like it. Not a lot of stuff on it. Colonies. Sure. Do I want this? What do I need? Praising the muses. Praising the muses. Come on. Come on. Oh, we actually started one on him, didn't we? Yeah, we did. This isn't the one that has praising the muses. Which one has the praising the muses? Come on. Come on, come on. There it is. Please do this. Palace for the Outcasts, Raiders Base. Voice of the... Is that good? That's pretty decent. But I kind of just want this. Which means I need a penal battalion. And I need the Xenos. Right, everything's doing something at this point except for you, but there's a reason behind that. Right, the map. Where do we need to go to next? It's Euphrates 2. It's right here. I do have an easy way to get to close to that. Okay. It's not at all where I said it was. And I understand that now. Holy gifts. Lord Captain, reporting shortly before our departure from football, a group of messengers in luxurious garbs delivered a strongbox and several chests bearing the insignia of House Ocelio to the ship. I suppose the use of gold-clad servants instead of servitors was an extravagant attempt by the navigators to draw the attention of the rogue trader. Considering the incident in the capital, the enforcers' officers checked the Navis Nobilii gifts thrice, and pleased to report that none of them threatened your Lady Cassia, or the crew's well-being. Having said that, a closer examination of the strongbox for their tech adapts revealed a data slate with a vid message addressed personally to you, alongside some kind of encrypted data. We dare not touch them without your instructions. What vid message? Show me. As you command, Lord Captain. He issues several more orders and the vid screen of your personal cogitator springs to life. The machine's innards rumbling unhappily. Rogue Trader. Familiar piercing voice comes from the cogitator's vox system, and you see a bloated face with sagging skin and a gaping hole where his nose should be. We Grand Regent Ornato Osilia send greetings and hope this message finds you in good health. Hey! House Osilia will soon hold a grand council within the Palace of Atlas, the holy relic that connects all navigators of our house. This meeting will take place not in the physical world, but in the world of thoughts, dreams, and visions. It's the only way to avoid bloodshed and decide the fate of the sacred child at last. Thanks to the altar, we feel the soul of the child is full of dismay, and yet the rogue trader's words bear a lot of weight with the child, so he may soothe its anxiety and lead the child down the right path, the path of accepting its duty before the house and ascending the Novator's throne. I hope you consider my offer, Bilbo and Valencia, but it is in your power to not only strengthen the bond between our dynasties, but multiply your riches at the same time. The gifts accompanying this message are but insignificant parts of the great regent's gratitude. May the God Emperor protect us all. The vid screen shuts down and the Vox Master breaks the silence. I am told that a message has been relayed to your cogitator, Lord Captain. I hope the data did not get corrupted during the playback or delivery. Decode the encryption hidden in the data slate. Yes, Lord Captain. The Vigdis falls silent and the Vox transmission filled with scratches and cogitator quills and rustling of paper. A messenger service call has been sent to the Omnissiah's servant compartments. Once the data has been decrypted, I will notify you immediately. That will be all for now. Has it been decrypted? I got no way of knowing. Lord Captain, an urgent report from the servants on the Omnissiah. They managed to locate a second message in House Ocelio's data slate, hidden in the shadow of the first one. As soon as it happened, the machine spirit rebelled and started devouring the decrypted data. The acolyte of the cult Mechanicus are performing the rites to appease and slow down the process of annihilation. What shall we do? Display the message on the screen right now. The comm beat echoes with furious clicking of Victus's augmented fingers. A few minutes later, the vid screen of your cogitator shows the recording through a wall of static. Rogue Trader, you hardly know me, but I am well informed of your deeds. A well-built young man adjusts his silk headband, embellished with the symbol of the Navis Nobilii. My name is irrelevant, for as long as the cursed child continues to live and breathe, no one in House Osilia is safe. I know what Master Felix and Lady Ellen Atara have had to do at Uruk IV, and in your palace. I understand your anger. House Osilia deeply apologizes for these incidents. I presume you already know that House Osilia will be holding a grand council in the depths of this accursed Atlas very soon, and we cannot ignore the call, for we are bound to it against our will. I am also aware that you enjoy a great influence over the cursed child. Convince her to reject the Atlas, break the century-old shackles binding our house, crush Tisophone's tyranny under her boot, or simply kill her. I do not care. I'm not going to lie. We are unlikely to become good friends, but House Osilio values true allies like no other. The true House Osilio, that is, and not these lunatic zealots of the region. To assure you my offer is not in vain, I will be the first to extend my hand in a gesture of goodwill, a gratuitous gift to the Von Valencian dynasty. You will find it among the stars of Martineus, an emerald clutched in the storm's embrace. Head to the end with then. The vid recording cuts short and you hear the Vox Master's voice in your comm bead. I'm very sorry, Lord Captain. The servant on the Omnissiah can no longer restrain the machine spirit's hunger. I hope you were able to see the vid message through to the end. Oh, hold on a second. Lord Captain, there is an act of sabotage on Kivas Gamma. The cult of the Final Dawn has invaded the planet, cultivate a pack of schismatical in their bowels of the Factorium, and set them upon us. The attack was so sudden that we almost lost all the workshops, but we had help. Some entities, already being called data angels, have invaded the cogital network, sieged the cogitators and servitors, and used them to repel the first onslaught of these creatures. Now there is a fierce struggle taking place all over the planet. the noon spear of the world is boiling. Fortunately, we received information about the impending attack at the last moment. The signal was intercepted in the warp by the Cubulus Nephilim's machine. I wish to hear the opinion of my officers and advisors. There are backup cogitators located in the Kiros Gamma's manufactorums to ensure the continuity of production in case of an accident. The severity of the situation would call for disrupting the service algorithms. I am prepared to sanction a ritual that will allow the data angels of the Omnissiah to absorb the cogitator's computing power to combat these wicked spirits. There's only one person that wants to do this? Okay. Yeah, why not? Your request to perform the sacrament is accepted and shall be fulfilled immediately. Having gained access to the cogitator reserves, and after being infused with power, the data angels charge at the schismaticals. The hordes of data spirits have been exercised and exterminated, and the afflicted mechanisms purged and restored. The tech priests give praise to the Omnissiah for protecting the production algorithm from severe disruption. After exiling the things, the data angels have retreated into hiding inside the cogitator's network, leaving the servants of the Omnissiah only to guess at who or what these beings were. They were AI. It was just AI, let's be honest. I mean, that seems arguably better. You know, the one that's doing... You did praising the muse. Okay, that's huge. That's actually huge. I can do it. I can actually do this. Just a quick check to see if I don't want any of the others. No, I want this. Ooh, baby. Holy Defenders. Wait, did I not... Your Lordship, a monstrous storm has broken out on Janus. The apocalyptic anomalies are tearing our agri-world apart, and the epicenter is in the deserted sector. Something must be done before the colony is destroyed. We have to find the source of this madness. Calm down and report what exactly is happening there. The fires in the skies that crash on the ground and turn everything around them into ice. The moaning earth, the deadly sound careening through the cities, the blue glow in the sky. The furious storm has covered half the continent, but we can see its epicenter from the orbit, the ruins of a Xenos structure complex. What we thought to be debris of buildings turned out to be a machine, and now it rouses from its sleep, shining the blue and purple lights from its sphere melded onto it. It's relatively safe only in the parts of this desecrated sector that has been scarred by our weapons. For some reason, there are fewer anomalies than in other places. The deadly spirits have become more material, and now everyone can see that they are not dancing, they are fighting and chanting two names, Halcyon and Kessie. Thankfully, there are much less of them than there were before. Gaps have been appearing in the horrific cyclone of dance twisting around the epicenter. I'll take the 77% chance. Send the best enforcers into the heart of the storm. We have to find its source. Already within their numbers in half, they are determined to advance forward or die trying. Our people have reached the Xenos ruins that once served as either a palace or a gargantuan machine. They encountered an extremely high concentration of spirits. It appears the spirits are fighting among themselves, with two particularly vivid ghostly figures among them. One of the prominent spirits radiates blue light and seems to be clad in Eldari armor. The other is engulfed in purple flames and clad in Xenos ceremonial raiment. They utter sounds reminiscent of Eldari speech, but any attempts to translate them have proved unsuccessful thus far. It is an old dialect from a time before the fall. Order your warriors to aid the spirits wreathed in blue. Its fight for Leviathan's purity against the despicable sorcery. Even an echo of this spirit's voice is enough to understand that its cause is just. It can teach your people how to explain to the blue spirit that they are not their enemy. What does it matter what the spirits are blabbering about? They both must be slain. Advarta, turn to your warriors and inspire them to fight for their home to the very last. They have already made sacrifices to get this far, so remind them what those sacrifices were for. Yvette, tell them what they need to know. Fight the spirits. Alas, the Von Valentian forces were too drained by the long march and the losses they sustained. The whole force were wiped out by the ghosts, only a handful surviving the massacre. Several hours later, a bright flash lit up the forest, and a shockwave from some colossus explosions swept across the entire surface of the planet, turning the agri complexes to dust. To normally stop ravaging Yanis, a group of explorers carefully approached the site of the battle and began gathering evidence to shed some light on the recent events. Piecing together the knowledge that they had gathered, they were able to retrace the history of this world. The planet, which was once inhabited by Eldari prior to the fall, at some point became one of the many theatres of the war between sensual excess, the dogma that reigned over the Xenos at the time, and aesthetic self-restraint. A local ruler, Kessia, was enlightened and wise, yet susceptible to depravity. In his desire to transfer his soul to another form of existence, he created a mechanism that would let him take over the body and mind of all of his people. One of the ruler's bodyguards, named Halcyon, rose against the tyrant and mortally wounded him, but could not stop him from merging with the machine. Halcyon then gave his life to bind his own spirit to the device and continue fighting therein. The tragic conflict marked the end of all Eldari on this planet, but preserved an echo of their souls and their leaders. Cool. The place is still okay, right? And I got this. That's good, right? And this one's needed. Remember that. Which one am I doing for this? I want, I guess this one? Which needs holy ammunition? Or is it this one? No, I think I want this one, Sky Barrier. Which needs holy ammunition, which I don't think is one of these ones. No, it's not. Is it yours? It is not. What do I need for the one that I want? The one that gives me boosts to Imperial Navy, this one. I need Bastion, or which is this one, which needs missionaries, which is not on this one. That one's probably top priority, so that's why I'm spending a bit more time trying to figure out where they are. Lord Captain, the situation on Foulstone requires your attention. One of the servants tasked with the Crucible's maintenance has declared publicly that he has been liberated on all worldly concerns, for he is none other than the reincarnation of the saint. There are some extremely questionable reports claiming you perform miracles, supported by a congregation garnered by preaching. He has asked for your lordship's permission to depart from Foulstone with the Crucible in tow, so that you may continue Saint Cogitus's work and use the relic to transform worlds, ones true to the faith of the Imperium, into lush, splendiferous gardens. It goes without saying that a generous gift to the Cronus Expanse could bring great renown to your lordship, at a heavy cost. Foulstone would turn back into a wasteland, and you would lose the privilege that comes with having charge over such a valuable relic. I wish to hear the opinions of my advisors. I have ample experience with saintly saviors like him in the past. Whatever great cause causes them to proclaim as their mission, they genuinely naively believe that the people really do need them. If we round up enough orphans and lepers who would trip over themselves to beg our prophet for salvation, he will soon forget all about the Crucible and his holy mission. I know a few guilds of professional beggars who would be delighted to offer their services. False prophets in the streets are common occurrences. Their sermons breed turmoil, riots, and acts of disobedience. The Inquisition recommends that such unstable agents be isolated and quietly removed. The archenemy lies take on many guises, but the Emperor's miracles are 100-fold stronger. On more than a few occasions he has bestowed epiphanies upon the faithful, even those of the humblest origin. I myself bear the name of a poor orphan who was granted miraculous power by his grace. So give me time, and I will find you the most loyal agents to escort Brother Pure Voice on his travels. They will keep him safe if he is pure, or punish him should they sense deceit in his words. I have a feeling that his rebirth is a true wonder. Consecrated weapons. Pure voiced triumphs of faith, but I lose efficiency. That's fine. I will get to them immediately. I will choose the best people for this task, the most to vote. Having loaded the crucible onto the requisition's void ship, the pure voiced prophet gathers up his flock and sent out for distant lands to spread his word. The spiritual authority of the Order of the Hammer suffered as a result, but the loss of the crucible suffered substantial unrest among the populace. Before departing, the preacher expressed his appreciation by sending the Lord Captain a gift, a relic that, according to him, to his own claims, once belonged to his previous incarnation. The stone guard selected by Sister Argenta vigilantly provided protection for the prophet, ensuring that his thoughts remain pure. Ooh-wee, that's good. That's incredible. Thank you kindly, good sir. This place must send missionaries, but to get missionaries I need people. I don't have enough people? That's not possible. None of these give me people. Okay. Can anyone get me more people? No. I need more people? I've never had this before. This doesn't feel right. There should never be a situation where I can't find people. People are my biggest resource. $10. I'd lose 2 profit factor, but it's probably better. I think I want this one as well. I seem to remember that being something. I will get 18 more people. If I click journey. Wait. Did they not? They didn't give me anything with Cassia's stick. Like, isn't there supposed to be an Atlas thing that's happening? Is this a glitch, maybe? Oh? Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's happening now? There's a part of me that actually does want to go with that renegade. The problem is that every renegade I've met has tried to kill me, which hasn't given me a good impression of the renegades. But what they're saying with a binded to like the will of the Atlas feels like doesn't feel great. It borders on heresy, frankly. Hey, Cassia! Wilbur, how wonderful it is that I found you here. Uncontrollable anxiety washes over your body, causing you to lose your breath. Cassia notices this, closes her eyes, and you are released from the grip of emotion that are not your own. Please forgive me. My powers are sometimes too insistent in their attempt to break free from my control. You've made great strides in learning how to keep them at bay. I commend your perseverance. I came to deliver good tidings. I've spoken with the House Navigators through the Atlas. Of late, I can feel the increasing clarity on our connection is growing stronger. Despite the dissident in its midst, House Ocelia has been able to keep a precarious equilibrium, thanks in part to your unexpected arrival on Eric IV, and this resolution of the conflict at Dagorus's reception. Not all Ocelia concur with your decision, but none can deny the impact that you and no one else have had on the House's present state of affairs. Cassia nods gratefully, lowering her gaze and clasps her hands together. There is more I wish to tell you. It is about the visions that I have come to experience at an increasing rate during warp jumps. The same visions come to me again and again and again. It's as if I'm going mad. But you see, these visions are about me, the Atlas, and Tisiphone Orselio, the house's previous narrator. I've seen Sisyphus's experiments, the ones that involved the navigators from the Sethala branch, which she was rumored to have destroyed for disobedience. But the visions told me of an altogether different story, one where Sethalus helped Sisyphus create the Atlas, and they vanished immediately after the experiment was done with. Perhaps I know I can find the way to the palace of the Atlas if I recreated a journey from my visions, a real palace, not the psychophysical illusion to which Orselio navigators can reach out. I have always had a feeling that it truly exists in our world. Now, however, I know it with absolute certainty. I have been informed the House Orselio will soon convene its Grand Council. Will it not be better to wait to finish first? I cannot shake a certain foreboding at the upcoming meeting in the incorporeal palace of the Atlas. Troubling migraines have plagued my mind for many nights now, voices calling and cursing my name, and the more I use the Atlas, the clearer the visions become and the louder the voices grow, and the further my powers wane. I am certain that all the house is experiencing the same, for all of us are connected. I can sense my family's fear. House Orselio is doomed to perish in the darkness should I fail to discover the reason why the Atlas is weakening. And that reason I believe is hidden somewhere in my visions of her. What makes you so sure that you will find the way to this physical manifestation of the Atlas? I saw her experience an epiphany in a dream. Just like my visions came to me on our journey through the warp, she beheld a planet hidden behind roiling warp storms. The world promised her great power, so she gathered the Sethalus, her devout followers, to go on a suicidal journey through the Tempest. I know not the details of what happened on that planet, but it was there that the Sethalus sacrificed himself for an experiment of some kind, and it was there that House Orselio obtained its Starway Atlas. For the first time ever, I have an opportunity to find answers to the questions my mentor so deftly avoided. Why did she choose me? What is the Atlas? Is it true that House Orselio's past is drenched in blood? Please, Wilbur, do not snap this tautly drawn string of destiny, my destiny. Journey with me in her wake to the distant stars. I shall help, Lady Cassia. Cassia breathes a sigh of relief, but the look in her ruby eyes quickly darkens again. The house is still watching me, both the renegades and the loyalists. I doubt that any of them will agree even to the brief armistice for the sake of learning the truth about the Atlas's origin. And I do not wish to see House Orselio lose even one more life to another fratricidal skirmish. Now I shall go after the answers about our past on my own. Invite the renegades to be the first to search the secrets they loathe so much. That is the best way. Then it's the best that we go alone. Thank you for understanding, Rogue Trader. And now permit me to take my leave. I must start preparing for the journey. For what I must be able to glean, we must first travel to the red eyes widen in astonishment. The Orselio prophecy system. Odd that. Could it be that the historical records are lying, and that Kalain Orselio is not whom the star system is named after? Either way, that was the system from which she embarked on a journey, and we are going to follow in her long forgotten footsteps. Sure. I actually am much more interested in doing that than I am actually fighting the word bearers, so I'm kind of glad that they did that. Admittedly, I doubt we're actually going to get to see much of it. We've only got about half an hour left before I come off. But I do feel like that is a lot more interesting to me. Whereabouts is this prophecy system? Prophecy. That's the War Council place. Demardus Mundus. Demardus Mundus. Demardus Mundus. Demardus Mundus. Mana. Do 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 do. Demardus Mundus. Do 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 do. Where are you? I do not see you. There. That's pretty fucking hard to see. Yeah, let's go to there then. How many of these do I have? Let's just turn it to unsafe. Witness. Oh. Witness Hidara on 00110101. You claim that you left the Sanctum Navis on the Lady Navigator's orders? Affirmative. This unit acted in accordance with Maintenance Protocol TRN 08353. Step 1. Sense the sacred mechanisms for the duration of 15 chronometer turns. Step 2. You failed to inform the bridge about the imminent jump. I want to know why. Data unavailable. The Lady Navigator ordered that she be connected to the Void Ship, but she did not order the preparation of the machine spirits for warp translation. Cause. A ritual that cannot be identified by this unit's capabilities. This unit received the command to interrupt Protocol TRN 08353 and exit the Sanctum Navis. No, please, not the fingers. I'm going to break one for every word of lie I hear coming from your mouth. Now talk. Please, you have to believe me. All we did was prepare the canvas and mix the Lady Navigator's blood into the paints. Then we were told to open the shutters so that the Lord Captain could see everything that that was going on inside the Sanctum Navis for the observation chamber and... Rock shit! Armor glass can't shield you from warp horrors. I swear it on my soul and the Golden Throne, Master Enforcer. The Lady Navigator only wanted to paint a picture for a ritual of some such. That's all I know. She wasn't going to use it, the power in her eye. I still got as far away from there as I could. That's all I'll say, I'm telling you. We performed an emergency warp jump, barely activated the Geller field in time, and are now being dragged to the throne knows where by an unknown force. The Lady Navigator and the Lord Captain are still unaccounted for. Now tell me one more time what transpired in the Sanctum Navis. I escorted the Lord Captain to the observation chamber and yelled at the servant for leaving the shutter open, but then I was told it was the Rogue Trader's orders. We could see the Lady Navigator clearly through the armor glass. She was nervous, flicking through some manuscript over and over, and anxiety passed on to the servants, and because of it, they couldn't do anything right. Soon the servants were ordered to leave the Sanctum Navis, and the Lady Navigator picked up her brush. Entranced, she started dragging it across the canvas, painting one image over another, and then another one over the last, and another, and then the Lord Captain noticed it. There was a thing on the other side. The picture, covered in a layer of fresh blood, was coming to life, but the Lady Navigator was oblivious. This is when the Lord Captain dashed to the control panel. I didn't dare stop him. I just watched, bolter at the ready. The machine spirits went mad. The doors and the shutters started opening and closing at random. But the Rogue Trader managed to dart inside. Startled by all the noise, the Lady Navigator turned around, and then the horrors in her painting, they broke free. And what happened next? I barely remember a thing. There was a bright flash, a purple blur. I remember feeling so scared that my knees were shaking. I remember my legs were carrying me away like they had a mind of their own. As I ran, I heard screams behind me. Lord Captain and Lady Cassia, oh God Emperor, the creature, they pulled them both inside the painting. Sir? Mistress Voxmaster, I have a report that needs to be delivered to the senior officers. The Lord Captain and Lady Navigator were lost during the emergency warp jump. Their whereabouts are still unknown. I'm sending you the interrogation reports. End of recording. No data, no data, no data, no data. Auxilio's ritual did not go as planned. The warp disturbances triggered by the Lady Navigator's trance washed over the Sanctum Navis. The void ship's machine spirits reacted to the surge of the immaterium and interpreted it as a call to action. Thus did an emergency jump into the unknown began. Amidst the shrieks of sirens, the clanging of shutters, and the distant hum of the warp engine, some unknown will pulled the Lord Captain into the Sanctum Navis, towards the creature from the living canvas that had already gripped the Lady Navigator's throat. Horrified, almost out of breath, and struggling to scream, Cassia stretched out her hand and began to slowly sinking into her painting. The Lord Captain... Yeah, I think I'll take the 90% chance. Grabbed Lady Navigator's hand to try and pull her back, to pull her back out. I failed. It was a 90% chance! The Lord Captain's efforts to free the Lady Navigator were to no avail. Her body was drowning in the roiling blood of the canvas, and as soon as Cassia's outstretched hand had fully vanished inside a painting, dozens of hands emerged from the canvas, wrapping themselves around the Lord Captain's body and dragging their second victim into the world of the... It rolled a 97 into the world of the Lady Navigator's creation. Ignoring Cassia's pleas for help, the Lord Captain dashed for the exit, but immediately slipped on a pool of... What? I didn't do that. Cutting his hand on the shards of blast, something dug into its claws into Lord Captain's leg, and the creature from the painting, having already consumed Cassia's hold, dragged the second victim into the dark abyss. Wilbur awoke, finding himself in the middle of a gigantic, boundless, billowing nothingness. His body felt weightless, floating in a void strewn with hundreds of Lady Navigator's colours. Some of them were bright and warm and alluring, others morose, cold and heavy. The Lord Captain reached for the bright colours. Wilbur plunged into a river of bright hues, and flashes of rosy sunsets and lilac carried him down the dazzling stream. Before long, the Lord Captain was standing in the idyllic garden permeated with the fragments of flowers and singing of birds. Servants in purple livery darted back and forth, attending to a withered old woman in a navigator's mask. Sitting on her lap and smiling coyly to everyone was a little girl with ruby eyes and white hair. Be a good little girl, my child, until the day we meet again. With trembling hands, the woman hands the girl to a navigator in a laboratory attire. I am out of time. Prepare the child for the Atlas transfer and destroy all records and mention of the world of Air TV. None must learn of that which took place here, and remember, her body must grow strong for it to accept my power, and once I've returned, loyalty will be rewarded. The memory dissipates, and a gust of silvery wind hurls the Lord Captain back into the ocean of nothingness. But this time the nothingness felt dismal. Instead of bright hues, all it contained was shadows of invisible monsters swimming by, shrouded by a nebulous veil of unfathomableness. Yeah, swim towards the dark colours. Greyish blue waves swallowed the Lord Captain, and the feeling of lightness disappeared as his limbs grew heavy again. Wilbur fell on the hard floor of a laboratory cluttered with vats as tall as a human. Inside them were dozens, hundreds even, of repulsive mutants. Some had no arms, or no legs, or two heads, or no face, or their innards turned inside out, but each had white skin, white hair, long clawed limbs, and ruby eyes. My lady, the child is born. The tall old lady slowly approached one of the vats. Readings? Stable. Mutations? None were detected at any of the stages. Genes? Identical, my lady. Chances of survival? 100 times higher than any of the previous experiments. How long will it take to grow this child? I fear accelerating the process might cause the body to fail. The only one after years of silence. I understand the situation. Natural growth. I do not have that much time. We would have to go with the backup plan. Yes, narrator, it will be done. The memory dissipates and Augustus silvery... Oh, that's the same thing. The Lord Captain closed his eyes and remained adrift in the weightlessness. Wilbur stayed in the ocean of nothingness, devoid of any sensation or emotion. Someone's screams broke the delicate equilibrium of the Lord Captain's motionless body, and the weightlessness released him. He plummeted into the maroon abyss of roiling illusions, but was now in full control of his body again. Then Wilbur descended into the abyss towards the screams. The Lord Captain crashed from an immeasurable height to the bottom of a roiling abyss. In the next moment, Wilbur saw two figures amidst the bellowing maroon mist. One of the figures, unnaturally gaunt and tall, was clutching the other, smaller one in its claws, screaming furiously. Fuck, that's an incredible picture. The Lord Captain peered into the strange maroon mist. In the swirling mist all around him, Wilbur could make out human faces stricken with torment. And not just human faces. There were Xenos, Eldari. Their features fused together with those of human, which made the Crimson Spectre look all the more abominable. Their gaze and their rage was directed at the two unmoving figures facing each other. The Lord Captain drew closer to look at these figures. One step was all it took for some unknown force to notice the Lord Captain, seize him and drag him through the painting's twisted space. Now the Lord Captain could clearly see the dark shade of the long-dead navigator leaning over Cassia, clutching her neck in its clawed fingers. The shade screams, "You were given life because of me. You survived because of me. And here you are now, because I have willed it so. Bow before me. Tell me what I wish to hear, and your suffering will end. Go on, child. I've waited for so long. Submit to me." Cassia looks exhausted, her body covered in hundreds of thin cuts, her lips lacerated, claw marks on her cheeks. There was horror and desperation in her eyes. "You liar!" Tisiphone, I cannot be you. I am me. Cassia's voice cracked and crimson tears started down her cheeks. "You know you are lying to yourself, child." The chilling voice made Wilbur's ears ring. "You saw everything I create. You saw everything. I created you. You are the child. You are me. And so it must be. Yes, I am the child. You are me, and so it must be." Cassia went limp in Tisiphone's Auxilia's merciless grasp and closed her eyes. The Lord Captain, "I can make use her own persuasion," urged the Lady Navigator to fight the monster to the bitter end. The Lord Captain's words attracted not just Lady Cassia's attention. Tisiphone's Auxilia finally noticed the presence of a living creature in this bizarre world, turned to face the interloper and lunged forward, seething with rage. When the entity's claws were millimeters from the rogue trader's throat, Cassia opened her navigator's eye, and a wave of unbridled warp energy obliterated Tisiphone's spectre. Before she realized what was happening, the navigator graced the Lord Captain with a tired smile. The operative ritual had turned out to be a trap set for Lady Cassia by the previous narrator of her house, but the rogue trader had ensured that her plan fell to ruin, and now it was time to desert this accursed place. Cassia took the hand and guided him through the maroon mist and out of the painting. Their unconscious body was discovered in the Sanctum Navis 20 Terran days after their disappearance, as soon as the rogue trader's void ship had emerged from the warp in an unknown system. Damn, that was awesome. Yeah, you did that. This one? No. What about this one? That's what I wanted. Thank you. Thank you, good sir. Did I want to do? I wanted to do something. I remember it clearly. Was it the Bastion? The Bastion wanted missionaries. It was to try and get the missionaries, right? I need to remember which places are... Is it Foulstone that's the really religious place? It is. Missionaries! Boom. Give me insights. One insight. Not really what I wanted. I wanted more, if I'm being honest. A purple sun. I doubt we're going to be here, if I had to guess. Yep. Probably the planet that looks slightly more habitable. We haven't done a lot of ship battles in like this act, I've got to say. And we didn't do any last act. A bit of a shame that we haven't. Yeah, I don't know. I was going to try and just not bring her, just to see what happened. Yeah, let's bring Ulfar. Although Jay's pretty good at tech use. But so is Pascal, and I haven't brought Pascal in a while. As you can see by the leveling. I'm gonna bring Jay. She's made her use actually good. Oh! Do you reckon this place is Eldar in origin? I've gotten a couple of slight hints. This is a vaguely Eldar thing, right? You know, these structures are vaguely Eldar. There's literally an Eldar statue right there. That might be the biggest one. Also, it's called the Chrome World. But it might be. It just might be. Ooh, this place looks
Is there
awesome.
money to be made?
Is
Ooh.
dealing with my kin not considered treason among the monkey? Or has greed so blinded you that you do not fear retribution?
Who's he talking to?
It all depends on where you're coming
Okay,
from.
cool.
A crime that means a death sentence for some is freely permitted for others. I just try
Damn,
to
I
keep
thought
on
that
top
was
of my
good.
game and not let any opportunities
But this
pass
is
me by.
incredible. I mean, he's not very good at coercion, right? How good is his coercion? It's 40. So he gets an extra 4 deflection. This is a 9 deflection. It's a 10 deflect. What the heck? 10 deflection. He just passively takes 10 less damage. How is that fair? How is that fair at all? Okay, do I have a better rifle for you? Because I didn't actually care about, like, really using you before. No, you've got the best weapon I have on offer. Also, I love your hat, so I'm not getting rid of your hat.
I always keep my options open.
I don't care if there's a better thing. Lozinos? Sure.
Oh, too hard for a simple monkey.
Blow it up. Where are you going? Is it down here? Is that why you were going down here? Oh, I got you. I know what it is. Take place and then find enough bit of power. Let's burn left 3 of them and show the reason. Manage to implant an artifact subject you could wield as power. Or merely a symptom of decline. Harnessing the Atlas. Okay. So they were already getting weaker, but they were thinking like, this is the way through.
Keep your wits about you.
I better myself through my service.
I better myself through explosions. We are not the same. You better yourself through service. I better them through explosions. I like this ring. Does anyone have a space for a ring that'll just have a plasma shot in it? No. But it's a cool ring. Imagine having a ring that has an attack equivalent to a plasma shot in it.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
If I'm being honest, if I saw that somebody had that, I would give up. Like, immediately. Climb down. Yeah.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Rush not dawdle.
What is this?
A job for me.
Yeah, but what did it do? There's goods in it? Elite marksman's gloves. That's pretty decent. We're gonna
Nothing's
climb up
impossible
before
for
we do
this
anything.
officer.
Money to be made.
Right. Elite marksman gloves. You need to be Dukari to use them. Okay. Yeah, I'll take the extra to hit over that. Bit weird that they're in a
I
random
always have a backup
large,
plan.
I guess, I don't know what you call that, like a vehicle, like a, I feel like it might be controlled by a servitor though. Navis bodyguards. Halt, cursed child. We have to ally ourselves with the Xenos once more to stop you. No matter, it is a small price to pay for the liberation of House Ocelio from the chains of tyranny. Hey, I never said that it was going to be bad. What is happening here? Begone, renegades. We follow the Atlas's call in your wake, child. Stand with us. House Ocelio will not trade Sisyphus's legacy for the false ideals of blind fools. Ooh, whose side do I choose? It kind of feels like they're in the right. What is happening? Ah! Oh, the narrator's gonna be taking over her body, over his body, isn't it? Only the leaders survived. Oh, it's a bunch of Harlequins. That's cool. Xenos, this was not the bargain we struck. Throne smite you. The navigator, whose skin is so thin that it reveals the muscle, bones, and innards underneath, clenches his augmented gold jaw in contempt. What is this? The rogue trader and the traitors to the house have lured the child into a trap set by Xenos? I wish my eyes were deceiving me, but now I can see clearly that the Grand Regent Artenia was right to send us after your vessel. A sturdy built woman is armed with a pistol, and yet there are signs of exhaustion in her posture. Her face is hidden behind a gem-encrusted three-eyed mask, and her elaborate Navis Nobilii vestment are stained with dried blood and other evidence of recent combat. I too wish to be enlightened about what is happening here. You will stop defiling the remnants of the hallowed ground of our ancestors with your semblance of speech, Monkai. You're not talking in blimmin' poetry. That's no fun. The Harlequin's bright clothes glimmer faintly in the dim light of the system's star, and the sinister grim of his mask only adds to the menacing and aloof presence. The final act will soon unfold, where you will pay for the deeds of your ancestor. Stay put and wait for the puppeteer to pull at your strings. You dare threaten me, Xenos? Cassia's ice-cold voice is completely unrecognizable. Cruel, ruthless, resentful. Why are the Xenos ruins where the palace of Atlas should be? Why is this place coated in an impenetrable black mist? Answer me. The Harlequin flinches reflexively, but then his body instantly eases back. Three-eyed Monkai, who see into the Shail, the taint of your ancestors has begun to consume your body and soul. Pathetic fools with an insatiable lust for power that is not yours. Ending your misery will be merciful. Tate? Do you mean the Atlas Xenos traitor? Silence, traitor. The Atlas is a sacred relic of House Ocelio. It is what let me try that again. It is what elevates us above the rest. How dare you? The Regent's envoy abruptly loses her breath with a groan, and she clutches her chest where her Atlas is implanted. I refuse to accept this. Impossible. What is this taint you speak of, Xenos? Do you not see it? The Harlequin voice booms throughout the ruined temple. When you Monkai discovered this chrome world, you tainted it with your crude technology, despoiled it of its relics, ruined all there was to the last stone. But worst of all, you sully the soul of our ancestors reposed in this sacred vessel, the spirit monolith. He points his thin fingers at the remarkable crystal floating behind his back, and the harlequins around you tighten the grip on their weapons. Like a sea of bottomless blue, Cassia looks around her with stunned expressions, her gaze shifted from one zenith to another. I did not know that a living thing could exude such saturated hues. I wish I could paint this ocean a different colour. Examine the hovering crystal. The enormous translucent stone shares a strange resonance with this place. You sense the energy emanating from it, mysterious, restless, coagulated. It resembles a giant heart that has been plucked out of its owner's chest. Its crystal clarity is pierced by hundreds of dark veins that have taken root, writhing like a terrible illness. How did the navigators of House Othelio taint the spirit monolith? The experiments. Cassia covers her mouth in horror. This is where she conducted her experiments. No, it's not possible. To consort with Xenos is to violate the word of the God Emperor. It is known that she executed anyone who showed any interest in the enemies of humanity. Is that so? Is that why every piece of metal and fabric in this place bears our coat of arms? Open your eyes. Quiet. The Harlequin's tone is mild, but is not a request. I am unsurprised that the truth is hidden from your gazes. Three-eyed Monkai who see into the Shail. I realized in it the moment I met the first of you. Wretched, begging us to help you destroy your own kin. I sensed it within you, our ancestors' call, their pleas, their endless torment. I knew that what you had found was a chrome world, and I humbly waited for the day you would lead me to it. What is the meaning behind your words, Troop Master? You know the answer already, Outcast. You already know. What was that about? What answer have you already known? But that is why. That is why your presence makes my soul shrink to the size of a river pearl, and my throat choke in a collar of thorns. That is why your words seep into my soul like poison, leaving wounds that will not heal. There is a shard of the spirit monolith inside you, Monkai, twisted, perverted, invigorating you by making my ancestors suffer. Alas, you are right, Outcast. The ancestor of the three-eyed Monkai sought to command the power of the spirit monolith, and yet they suffered failure time and time again. Eventually they discovered a way to harness this power, a terrible way, torturous and unforgivable. They shattered the monolith into many shards, and weakened the souls within, and then they placed the shard of the spirit monolith inside their bodies to empower their abilities. That's the Atlas. Is it not true that everyone in this world is after power? Cassia's face is exceedingly untroubled, and her gaze is distant and cold. The Road Trader makes every effort to strengthen the Von Valentian dynasty and trample the opposition. Then why wouldn't House of Celio make use of Xenos artifacts for the sake of its blood and its Imperium itself? This is appalling. House of Celio's deeds. No. How dare you lump us together? I never would have stooped to something like this. You say so now. You've been in her shoes. Would you have passed up the chance? You cannot know for certain. I can see your soul colours all too well. There are plenty of darker shades within. The renegade navigator stares at Cassia in shock. You're more than just a tyrant's heir. You are a successor to a mad heretic, a betrayer of the faith. You must be destroyed, you and the Atlas, once and for all. You think the solution is so easy, don't you, Monkai? When you die, your souls become captive inside the spirit monolith. The process is deranging to our ancestors who have served as the monolith's guardian for eons. It is equally agonizing to the souls of your dead. The more the Monkai souls the monolith absorbs, the more volatile it becomes. The Eldari and the Monkai have spent many a dance battling for supremacy within the monolith, and its integrity is waning. You sense it too. The only way to free our ancestors from the pain is to separate the Monkai taint from the soul monolith. My troop is here to perform just that. We all will play our parts today, and when the final act of this age-long tragedy begins, the Monkai players will exit this world's stage. The sinister shadow dance on the Harlequin's mask as he draws an unknown device from his sleeve. Is there no way whatsoever to separate the navigator's souls from those of the Eldari without killing one another? You Monkai have desecrated our ancient world. I see no reason to assist you with the final dance. Save the navigators from death and you will gain a powerful ally among humans. Perhaps the three-eyed Monkai who see into the Shail could be of use to the troop. They do not fear the realm of he who thirsts. They cut through it on their steel-winged birds. They have found their way to a chrome world that was hidden from our sight. Your words are harmonious, Monkai. What will your companions say? I shan't explain myself to a Xenos. Do you wish to know what I think? Atlas must be saved, and we must continue using it for the good of humanity, and not that of ghastly creatures such as these. Now then, whose side are you on, Rogue Trader? Fuck, I'm gonna have to kill Cassia, aren't I? The Atlas must certainly be destroyed, but surely the house cannot be expected to serve penance for her crimes. What? Perish the thought. The Starway Atlas is the foundation of House Ocelia's power. Whence do you suppose we draw the strength to fare the soul of the Souls? Is it not the greatest library of Navis Nobilia knowledge across the Cronus Expanse and the Calax sector? Should the Atlas be destroyed, House Ocelia will face oblivion. Nonsense! She created the Atlas only a few centuries ago, whereas the history of House Ocelio dates back to the last millennia. We've always been a house to be reckoned with, but when she arrived in the Expanse, she set her sights on acquiring power that could let her family branch dominate the rest. And where has that left us? Our bodies are corrupted with Xenos heresy. God Emperor, forgive your children for committing a trespass so heinous. It is high time. It's high time that House Ocelio pay for. I feel like I'm gonna lose Cassia. Is there no way to separate the Do I just say I have no part in the conflict? That feels like I'm... No, I need to get rid of this. It's high time that has a... No, I have no part in the conflict. It's too late, Monkai. Fuck. Yeah, you should pay for your crimes. Damn you, Wilbur. I hate you. I hate you. Cassia's fear and rage burns your lungs, your knees buckles, tears swell in your throat, and your head is in utter dismay. You feel nauseous, but then the sensation suddenly eases. I'm convinced she's being still controlled. I'm not gonna let the suffering of so many people. Cassia is now dead. Cassia is actually now dead. I really didn't think this would happen. I really didn't think this would happen. It's a real shame. What a shame. I couldn't do it though. It was so much torture. It was too much torture. What a real shame about Cassia. How are we gonna traverse this area without a navigator now? We'll find some way of getting around it. I didn't realize it was going to be this, like, this scary, like the decisions you make now. The thing is, I really like Cassia, and for her to die because of, for some reason, not seeing that this is quite obviously a bad thing to do, is a real shame. I hope that I can find somebody to replace her, but I think it's unlikely. You know what? I'm gonna leave it here. I think I'm gonna do this to just make this save, and we're gonna save here. I'm really sad, honestly, because I really liked Cassie as a character, but I couldn't go with that, honestly. And I'm sure there's a way you can do it. I know I'm gonna look it up, and it's gonna be like, yeah, you can save if you make X or Y decision, but I didn't. Well, I hope you liked this. A big thank you to Eggs for following. It was really nice of them to do. I mean, it's honestly a big surprise whenever it happens, so I am always appreciative of it. I will see you on Friday for whatever we decide to do. Maybe some Total War, maybe some Neverwinter. Those people were really nice to me, and it does make me want to play that game again. That community was really nice. Anyway, we'll see. I'll mention something on Twitter closest to the time, probably literally on the day, like a half an hour before I do it. But you know, that's how I roll. I hope everybody had a good time. I certainly did. It's a shame about Cassia. That's gonna depress me for a bit, and it's honestly gonna make me want to do another game of this now and save her. But yeah, I'll see you. Bye.